Welcome to Bohl Diamond at Blair Field as the Long Beach State Dirtbags host LMU in a midweek matchup. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside Alex Prado, and you are listening to 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Long Beach State shook off a 10-run loss in Game 1 against Hawaii over the weekend to win the series, and it was a couple of quality starting pitching performances from a pair of freshmen that got them those wins.
A couple of pitching performances to mention are Jason Gerfers and Luke Howie. Gerfers became the first freshman since 2022 to throw a complete game in the win over Hawaii, marking his first win of his collegiate career. He was named the Big West Pitcher of the Week while putting up some phenomenal numbers. In 123 pitches, he only allowed 4 hits, 1 earned run, and struck out 7. Now, Luke Howie found his rhythm after letting up 5 runs in the first 3 innings. He finished his outing by keeping Hawaii scoreless through the next 4 innings. Overall, the Dirtbags' presence on the mound was the name of the game throughout last week.
It was those 2 freshmen that put up great performances. As you said, Gerfers with a complete game was the real standout. And the man on Friday that started was Jake Fields. He got touched and couldn't get out of the second inning. He'll get another chance on the mound starting tonight for Long Beach State. But looking at LMU, they enter with a 7-15 record after dropping the final 2 games of their weekend series against Abilene Christian. This Lions team has struggled on the road this season, losing 9 of their 10 games away from Page Stadium.
Yeah, Bruce, last year Long Beach split the 2 matchups versus LMU, winning a game on the road and dropping 1 at home. Now, LMU is looking to get back in the win column after their last 2 games in which they lost to Abilene Christian, as you mentioned, 5-11 and 11-22. Also to mention on the offensive side for LMU, Jackson Wall is looking to lead the charge, hitting just over 400.
The Dirtbags have taken the field, so we'll take you through the defense behind. Jake Fields on the mound, the redshirt sophomore. Damon Valdez, the freshman, completes the battery in the squat. Jake Evans at third base, Ty Bergonio at shortstop, Trotter Enright at second base with Dylan Lena at first. Smith Chandler gets a start in left with Trevor Goldenetz back in center field and Matt Toomey in right. For LMU, they'll be sending up Zach Wattis, the first baseman, to lead things off. Jackson Wall will hit behind him. DJ Giorso at third base, batting third. Andrew Moon, the cleanup man, with Luca Danos batting fifth. Richie Klosik will bat sixth. Travis Friend in the 7-hole. Jake Lyle, the catcher, bats eighth, and then Noah Malone rounds it out in the 9 spot. Zach Wattis will lead it off. LMU in bright red jerseys and baby blue helmets. Gray pants to go with it. Vibrant colors for LMU on the road. Long Beach in their home white pinstripes with black hats. First pitch from Fields as he goes out of the windup and delivers a fastball for a strike.
Fields is sort of looking to redeem himself after his last outing. I know a lot of us thought he was going to go farther in his outing, but he was taken out quickly during that game, and honestly that altered the projection of the entire game.
Gets a swing and a miss on a fastball up high here, so he's ahead of Wattis 0-2. Fields had a couple of base runners reach in the first inning, but was able to escape without too much damage. In the second inning, though, walked the first 3 batters of the frame, and that was all Abe Alvarez and TJ Bruce needed to see. They went to the bullpen straight from there, and it only got worse for the Dirtbags from that point forward. Fastball misses outside. They lost that game against Hawaii 11-1, and in the post-game interviews with TJ Bruce, he was very upfront about saying we'll have a new Friday night starter. He was not happy with the performance from Fields to go out and walk 3 batters in a row. 1-2, he goes out of the windup. Breaking ball gets tapped foul, and Wattis stays alive. It's a hot day here at Blair Field. It's been up in the mid-90s throughout today in Long Beach. It's exactly 90 degrees at first pitch with a heat advisory in the area. Sunshine poking all the way, covering left field, but in streaks across the infield. Home plate circle is completely in shade, so 1-2 misses up and away. Couple streaks of sunlight in front of the mound, but Jake Fields also mostly in shade. So it's something to watch if that's any issue for the hitters early in this game, tracking the ball from the shadow into the sun and back into shadow. Counts 2-2 to Zach Wattis leading off the game. Junior originally from Chandler, Arizona, and he swings through a fastball. Jake Fields starts off the day with a strikeout.
Good set of pitches right there by Fields. That last one, a high fastball, blowing it past him on the upper end of the zone. That's what I'm going to be looking for as far as Jake Fields today. I want him to kind of switch up the pitching order and try to find something new, a new rhythm maybe. Last game, he didn't feel as comfortable as we thought he would be, but today, so far, so good.
His biggest challenge is in the box now. Right-handed hitting shortstop Jackson Wall. Been a great start to his senior season, batting .412. First pitch popped up and out of play. Wall transferred to LMU from Felician University. Not a super highly known D1 school, but is Division I. Quickly has moved himself up into the 2 spot in the order. Has been the offensive standout for LMU so far this season. Fields works out of the windup. Hard ground ball through the right side. There's another base hit for Jackson Wall. It's the first base runner of the game for the Lions as he pulls into first with a 1-out single.
Yeah, Jackson Wall is going to be the man to look out for today. Obviously the best hitter on this Lions squad. As we mentioned earlier, he's hitting just over 400. He's slugging just over 600 as well.
DJ Giorso in next. Right-handed hitting third baseman and another senior. He's batting .266 with a .739 OPS. Very speedy batter in the 3 spot for LMU. He's got 8 steals on the year. Jackson Wall also a threat down at first base, 5 for 7 on steal attempts. Fields will throw over there, but he dives back ahead of the throw. Our umpiring crew tonight, behind home plate, Ray Patchen. Down at first base, Gary Gilman. Second base umpires, Toby Wilson. And then the third base umpire, Denver Dubreuil. Giorso back in the box. First pitch from Fields buzzes the tower up and in, and it's 1-0. Those 2 wins to finish the weekend got Long Beach State to 6-13 overall this season, 2-4 in conference play. They had lost their first 4 games in a row in Big West action. Another pickoff throw, but Wall is safe. It was an opening sweep at UC Santa Barbara for Long Beach State. LMU has also played UC Santa Barbara twice this year, home and away. A couple of midweek matchups that LMU dropped both of them. Breaking ball couldn't quite catch the front door. Giorso's ahead 2-0.
A good pitch right there. Almost had Giorso kind of shifting out of the box. Thought it was going to hit him. It quickly cut in for a ball. But if Jake Fields is able to command that breaking ball for the rest of the night, it's going to be dangerous.
Now it looks like there was an issue with Jackson Wall's belt. So they ran a new belt out from the dugout. Not often you see that after he dove back on a couple of pickoff attempts. It's a brand new belt going on, as his first one must have broken. Gotta say, it's a good look in that LMU dugout. The bright red jerseys and baby blue helmets. LMU is a school known for the vibrant colors, and they're showing it off here at Blair Field tonight. The belt that was ran out to Wall, by the way, was red. And now Fields is going to make him get dirty again. Test the sturdiness of the new belt, and this time it held up. No score in the top of the first inning. Man at first with 1 out. Counts 2-0 to DJ Giorso. Takes one off the outside corner. So Fields struck out the first batter of the game, then gave up a second pitch single to Jackson Wall. He's fallen behind the number 3 batter, 3-0. Conservative lead at first base. And Fields misses badly inside. It's a 4-pitch walk to Giorso, and LMU has a couple on base.
Fields is still trying to find his command after that first strikeout. Still trying to find his fastball, get it in the zone.
And we heard in the press conference on Friday how frustrated TJ Bruce was with Fields' lack of strike throwing in that start against Hawaii. So not what Long Beach is looking for there. Already with a man on base, and he issues a 4-pitch walk to Giorso. Andrew Moon steps in next. True freshman with a solid start to his career, 344 average and 985 OPS. First pitch taken for a strike. Fastball in the inside corner.
That's the command that we need to see from Jake Fields today. Just painting the corners, painting around the plate, painting the black, if you will. Trying to find his location. And he's got to find it sooner or later with 2 men on base.
First and second with 1 out. Fields steps off the back of the rubber. Didn't sound like he liked the pitch call, and the pitch clock was about to expire. And now Abe Alvarez is given a walk out towards the mound. Ray Patchen, the home plate umpire, was stepping out. Looked like he was ready to issue some sort of directive. Oh, you know what it is? The pitch comm isn't working in Jake Fields' hat. So he walked over towards the foul line to get a new pitch comm from Abe Alvarez. Ray Patchen was out there to ensure there wasn't any instruction going on, just an exchange of pitch comm. So Jake Fields tucked it up in the band of his hat, picks up the rosin bag and slams it to the ground, and now he should be ready to go. Crazy how often that happens at all levels of baseball now that use pitch comms. Batteries can die in those machines, but oftentimes there's just some kind of user error. If they're muted, pitch misses up and in, becomes indistinguishable when they're on the field. Not going to think about why it's not working, just get them a new one and move on.
Such a vital part of the game now that we didn't see a few years ago, and now it's the basis of how pitchers get their calls.
Pitch in there for a strike, makes it count 1-2 to Moon. Right on right matchup with a couple runners on base. Lions looking to strike first in the top half of the first inning. Runners go. Fastball misses up and in. Throw goes down to second, and they got him. Giorso gets cut down by Damon Valdez. A double steal from LMU, and Long Beach State throws at the trailing runner and gets him at second. Jackson Wall is into third base with a steal, but the Dirtbags will take that out. Counts 2-2 to Moon.
He got a good jump, but Valdez was just quicker, right on time, and the throw was perfectly on line, too.
It looked to me like Giorso might have hesitated before going, because the throw beat him fairly easily. 2-2 pitch, tapped foul within the home plate circle.
Double steal as well, so Wall is going to be on third base now. He's got 7 stolen bases, with that one included. He's been caught stealing twice this season.
Jake Fields trying to get out of the first inning. Damon Valdez is the true freshman, has shown off that cannon a few times this year. Chopper on the ground to the left side. Borgonio dives, stabs it. His throw across the diamond, though, not in time. And that'll bring in a run. An infield single for Andrew Moon gives the Lions a 1-0 lead.
That was a great catch, but he wasn't able to get up in time, and it kind of went off way farther to his right, and by the time he even got there, the runner was only a few feet away from the bag, but saved an extra base there by not letting it get to the grass.
Quality effort at shortstop from Borgonio, but his throw just didn't have enough juice on it to get over there in time. It was a good scoop by Dylan Lena on a long hop at first base to prevent any extra damage. So Moon remains at first after his RBI single. Luca Danos, the next batter for the Lions. Originally came to LMU from William and Mary. First pitch popped up out of play down the right side.
Danos only has 8 at-bats so far this season. 3 walks and 5 strikeouts.
1 for 8 in total. But he's batting 5th as the DH today for LMU. Another right-handed batter. 0-1 missed, and a throw back to first base is not in time to get Moon.
I like the aggression from Valdez behind the plate, keeping the runner close. Especially after a run is already scored, you got to keep everyone as close as possible to the base and not let up any more stolen bases.
Runner goes from first, it misses up high. Valdez throw down to second is offline, And looks like it might have been late either way. So it's a stolen base for Andrew Moon. Now the scoreboard shows 1 and 2. I thought it looked like Ray Patchen called the previous pitch before that one a ball. The fastball up and in before Valdez threw down to first. Scoreboard has it listed that they called it a strike. I'm not sure if that's correct. Pop-up goes out of play, so there's 2 strikes either way now. Question is whether there's 1 ball or 2 balls. Hasn't been any correction issued by Ray Patchen, so it looks like it is 1 and 2. Another pitch from Fields, ground ball through the right side. Dylan Lena tries to stay on his feet, but a stop sign is thrown up at third base. Andrew Moon remains there and advancing on the throw. Luca Dano slides into second base. Good base running there to get an extra 90 feet. LMU with their 3rd hit of the inning, now with runners at second and third.
That's just a smart hit from Danos, going the opposite way through the gap as they were on the shift there. When you get an outside pitch and you know they're on the shift, you take it the way that the ball is already going, and that accounts for extra bases. So now we got a man on third and second.
LMU threatening to add some more. Richie Klosik in the box. Another righty with his hands held up high. First pitch from Fields. Line drive out towards the right center gap. Goldenets on a dead sprint. And he didn't make the catch as he hit the wall hard. The ball's on the ground, picked up by Matt Toomey and thrown in, but sliding in head first. It's a 2 RBI triple. Heck of an effort by Trevor Goldenets over in the gap. And looked like he got leather on the ball, but then couldn't hold on as he hit the wall. Richie Klosek makes it 3-0 Lions.
Yeah, it almost looked like Goldenets had it in his glove for a few moments, and it popped out as he hit the fence back there, a hard hit, and we could hear it from over here, but nevertheless, that's a deep hit. And now the Lions are up 3-0.
We'll try and extend this lead even more with Travis Friend in the box. Batting .218 so far this year, and a first pitch breaking ball falls in for a strike. Good to see Trevor Goldenets is okay. As he first hit the wall, I was afraid it was going to be another situation like Smith Chandler had a couple weekends ago. Had to be tended to and actually leave the game after a hard collision with the wall. Friend takes another strike, and he's behind 0-2.
This is a big strikeout for Jake Fields if he can get it. Stop the bleeding here. You don't want the Lions to get too far ahead when we're just in the first inning.
Pop-up gets out of play, and Friend stays alive.
Travis Friend, the incoming freshman. Last year was playing at La Mirada High School. Graduated in June of 2025.
Another 0-2, missed up and in with the fastball. This is now 28 pitches in this first inning for Jake Fields. Not the shutdown inning I'm sure he was looking for, getting this midweek start. Trying to bounce back from that Friday night. And now a check swing on a fastball up high, and Friend went around on the appeal to Gilman at first. So it's a strikeout to end the inning, but 3 runs for LMU to start off the ball game. Dirtbags coming up to bat, trailing by 3 on 22 West Radio. Long Beach coming up to bat in the bottom of the first inning, and they already trail by 3. So they'll be looking for a quick response. Take you through Long Beach State's starting lineup. Trevor Goldenet's back in the leadoff spot with Jake Evans batting second. Trotter Enright in the 3-hole again. Dylan Lena up to clean up, hit a couple home runs over the weekend. Smith Chandler batting 5th with Matt Toomey behind him. Luke Taylor gets the start at DH, batting 7th. Ty Borgonio in the 8th spot, and then Damon Valdez rounding it out, batting at 9th. They're facing the sophomore left-hander Alec Johnson on the mound for LMU. Johnson transferred from Wenatchee Valley College, was fantastic there last year with a 1.53 ERA and 13.6 strikeouts per 9 innings. Left-on-left matchup to start the bottom of the first inning. Goldenet shows bunt, lays it down, drag towards second base, and it's going to be an easy bunt single for Trevor Goldenet. Beats it out by a mile. That's a tool that he's shown is in his bag. And Goldenet starts off the bottom of the first with a bunt single.
That's a really good placement on the bunt on the right side, seeing as how no one would expect that on the first pitch of the bottom half of the inning. And he got there just in time.
Jake Evans in next, hit his first home run of the season during that weekend series against Hawaii. Steps in batting .370 on the season, a 1.026 OPS, leading the Dirtbags. First pitch hit him on the elbow guard. Jake Evans has been hit plenty of times already this year. So he gets hit and goes down to first base. Dirtbags quickly on the first 2 pitches with a couple runners on, and Trotter Enright coming up.
That'll be Evans' eighth hit by pitch this season, so quite a few for him, but it's working in Long Beach's favor.
Trotter Enright digging into the left-handed box. Alec Johnson already in some trouble after only throwing 2 pitches. First pitch, Enright shows bunt, pulls it back, throw down to second, but Goldenets dives back safely. Enright this season batting .240 with a .674 OPS. Started off hot, but has cooled down a bit. Now bunts it foul down the third base line. The swings and misses at the 1-1. Enright's behind 1-2.
These are the situations that Long Beach needs to capitalize on. Lefty-lefty matchup, 2 runners on.
Bounced the 1-2 in there. Goldenets started to break from second base before shutting it down. It's a good example of the aggressiveness TJ Bruce shows with the bunting game, to have Enright up there bunting with no strikes. Number 3 hole hitter after Long Beach gave up a 3 spot in the first. 2-2. Chopper on the ground to the right side, fielded by Wattis. Throw to second for 1. Back to first is not in time. Wattis was trying to get back to the bag, but Johnson was also in the area, and it looked like they got themselves tangled. And as Wattis caught the throw back, his foot wasn't on the bag. Looked like Enright was going to beat it either way.
Dylan Lena's had a good couple outings. The past 2, he's had 2 home runs versus Hawaii. Big reason why Long Beach was able to come away with a win on that series.
Runners at the corners with 1 out. Dylan Lena leads the Dirtbags with 5 home runs so far this season. First pitch floats up and away. It was Lena's homer that was the difference on Sunday. The complete game win for Jason Gerfers. Long Beach won it 2-1. Lena's solo shot helping the Dirtbags get their way. Now he takes another one outside the zone. Counts 2-0.
Dylan Lena's got to be patient. Allow Johnson to pitch to him. Johnson's still trying to find his footing here in the bottom of the first.
2-0 pitch, taken up high. Lena gives a Soto shuffle as he's ahead 3-0.
If you're Lena, you got to be taken here with a chance to load up the bases for Smith Chandler coming up next.
Fastball missed up above the letters. Looked like Lena was ready to stay there and just waiting for the strike call to come, but instead he'll be able to drop the bat and head down to first. 4-pitch walk from Johnson loads the bases with 1 out and Smith Chandler coming up.
Big spot for Smith Chandler here, bases loaded. Chance to get back some of those runs that the Lions put up. Dirtbag still down by 3.
Chandler has had a good start to his Long Beach State career, batting .324 so far this season. Still without a homer. Bases loaded and 1 out. Dirtbags trailing by 3 in the bottom of the first inning. Left on right matchups. The first pitch comes home and it's a breaking ball in for a strike. Johnson gets back into the zone and moves ahead 0-1 on Chandler.
Chandler's got 5 RBIs on the season. Looking for a 6.
He's trying to get the Dirtbags on the board. 0-1 pitch popped up out of play behind home plate. He's behind 0-2.
Johnson's in the best spot that he's been in all innings so far. 0-2, now he's got some space to work with.
Ray Patchen, the home plate umpire, looked like he was delivering some instructions to Matt Toomey on deck to get back towards the on-deck circle. He was creeping towards home plate. He retreats all the way to the warning track. 0-2 pitch to Smith Chandler, sails up high. Lions playing at double play depth across the infield. Corner infielders both behind their respective bases. 1-2. Pop up down the right field line, and that'll get out of play. Bangs off the roof of the Troy and Danielle Tulowitzki batting facility.
It's a great at-bat from Smith Chandler. Not going down without a fight. Waiting for his pitch.
Long Beach had lost 7 games in a row before the win on Saturday night against Hawaii. Those were a couple of huge victories to try and get themselves back on track. Another fastball misses up high to even the count at 2-2. Still plenty early enough in the season for Long Beach to try and turn things around. Two, taken down low. Chandler's worked it full.
This is a great at-bat, being down 0-2 to start off the at-bat and then slowly creeping his way to a full count. And now he's got a chance to score a run on a hit or a walk.
Full count in the battle between Smith Chandler and Alec Johnson. Johnson's payoff pitch bounced in there. Smith Chandler works it back from 0-2 to a walk. And that brings in the first run of the day for the Dirtbags. It's 3-1 Lions.
Phenomenal at-bat from Chandler right there. He's got 8 walks on the season. That'll be his 9th. And he brought in a run just by being patient.
Trevor Goldenet's the runner to come in to score. Now Matt Toomey steps up for the Dirtbags. But before that, mound visit being given by Sean Isaac, the pitching coach for LMU. 2 straight walks for Long Beach State, also a hit by pitch in the inning. The bases remain loaded. Matt Toomey this season batting only .175. He's struggled especially in this recent stretch. Still a guy that Long Beach State and TJ Bruce trust a lot. He's getting the starting nod in right field tonight. No Reed Montgomery in the lineup for the Dirtbags.
Matt Toomey in a huge spot here for this lefty-lefty matchup.
He batted .278 a season ago as a freshman. Was third highest on the team. Hasn't found that rhythm yet in 2026, but this would be a big spot to find a base hit. Left on left matchup, bases loaded with 1 out. Third baseman Giroso now pulled even with the bag. First pitch from Johnson misses down and away with a breaking ball.
Matt Toomey's got to be patient here as the other batters were, starting with Lena. Lena worked his way from 4 straight balls, and now he's on a second.
1-0 from Johnson. Lifted out into deep left field. Starting back, then coming in is Klosik. He makes the catch. Plenty deep enough, though, to score Evans from third base, or Enright, that is, excuse me. So Trotter Enright comes in to score on the sac fly from Matt Toomey. Dirtbags back within a run.
Just enough power on that one from Toomey to get the run in deep left field. Now Dirtbags are only down by 1.
Runners still at first and second. Dylan Lena saw the throw cut off and had to remain at second base. Brings up Luke Taylor. He's only 2 for 8 on the season, but getting the start at DH in this midweek game. Dirtbags still turning to their bench and trying to find any offense they can. First and second with 2 out. First pitch from Johnson. Taylor checked his swing, but it's a called strike. Fastball at the top of the zone.
Taylor's hitting .250 this season on 8 at-bats.
Oh, 1 misses down and in. Three to 2 in the bottom of the first inning. Neither starting pitcher has had a good time with their command to open up the game. 1-1 chopper over towards shortstop, fielded cleanly as he went down to a knee, and Jackson Wall tosses to the second base bag for out number 3. Dirtbags strike back with 2 though, and going to the second inning, it's 3-2 Lions on 22 West Radio. LMU back up in the top of the second inning. Lions ahead 3-2 with Jake Lyle leading off the second. Jake Fields back out there for Long Beach State. Gave up 3 in the top of the first inning. First pitch to Lyle bounces in. It's been a struggle for Jake Fields on the command front so far this season. He's got 21 2/3 innings and 24 walks.
He's got his ERA just above 7 this season, which is a spot he didn't think he'd be in.
Lyle fouls one off his front shin. Fields is a redshirt sophomore, pitching his first real action for Long Beach State last year. He was used sporadically throughout the season. Wound up appearing in 5 total games, 4 of them starts. Got some midweek looks. There's a ball taken outside. Actually 14 games and 10 starts last year for Fields, as he had a 6 ERA. The 5 games and 4 starts is what he's got so far this year. But as a redshirt freshman, walked 22 across 36 innings. Pop up in foul territory. Dylan Lena over there, and he's got room but didn't make the catch. It lands on the grass in foul territory, and Lena was camped underneath it, but then just could not make the catch and track it into the glove. Fell without even touching his leather. It was badly misjudged by Lena in foul territory. It's new life for Jake Lyle.
Yeah, Lena had plenty of room, got there with enough time, but I think he just lost it. The ball was directly above his head. Just kind of spun around before it dropped.
Breaking ball falls in for a called strike 3. Jake Lyle's looking back, doesn't like the call. He is the LMU catcher, so I'm sure now Lyle will be expecting that pitch and that location to be called for his pitching staff. Either way, it's the 3rd strikeout for Jake Fields.
Good command on that breaking ball on the outside. Whether it caught their plate or not, it's close enough to swing at and got the batter frozen.
Noah Malone in the box now, takes a first pitch strike. Batting in the 9 spot in the order and only hitting 171 so far this year. Takes one just inside. It counts 1-1.
Malone's got 6 RBIs and 35 at-bats. 6 hits on the season.
Bright pink batting gloves. Taps one foul behind home plate. Just adding to the vibrant look. He's got the bright pink batting gloves, the baby blue leg guard and elbow guard, and that electric baby blue helmet, of course, as well for LMU. Fouls one off the hands and back out of play.
That's the kind of splash of color that we were talking about earlier, Bruce. Kind of allows these players to get more vibrant with their choices as far as their outfits.
Long Beach State's uniform not very vibrant tonight. White uniforms with black pinstripes, dirt bags across the chest. Chopper on the ground to the right side, fielded by Enright. Underhand flip to first base is just in time to get Malone. 2 outs, nobody on for LMU in the second.
That was a long toss by Enright over there at second. We got the job done.
Enright's played a lot of his time this season at shortstop, but these last couple of games has moved over to second, with Ty Borgonio getting starts at shortstop. TJ Bruce has talked about in post-game pressers. He said it's similar to in college football when teams have a 2-quarterback system. They say that means you don't have a quarterback. First pitch fouled back by Zach Wattis.
Zach Wattis, the junior, previously playing for TCU. He's an infielder / outfielder, joining the Lions this season.
Fouls another one back. He struck out to lead off the game. Went down on a fastball from Fields. Now Long Beach starter is ahead 0-2. See if he goes back to the high heat. Trotter Enright playing all the way 3 steps into the grass at second base. Fastball taken just outside. Enright will have to retreat back to his spot in the short right field as he was running off towards the dugout. Thought it was strike 3. Pitch taken down in the dirt. It goes to the backstop. Counts 2-2.
Jake Fields is starting to get a hold of his command here. He's had much better of an inning than the first one. His misses aren't as off as the first inning as well.
Missed down and in again. So after he got ahead 0-2, now it's a full count to Zach Wattis. 3 straight balls from Fields, and Wattis has been able to lay off. Goes out of the windup. Payoff pitch. Pop up within the infield. Ranging back in the grass is Ty Borgonio, and now he gets called off by the center fielder. Goldenets had to go a long way, but gets there to make the catch. LMU goes down in order in the second. Dirtbags coming back up, trailing 3-2 on 22 West Radio. Ty Borgonio leading things off for Long Beach State in the bottom of the second inning. Take it through the defense for LMU behind Alec Johnson. Jake Lyle is the catcher in the squad. DJ Giorso at third base. Jackson Wall at shortstop. Andrew Moon at second base with Zach Wattis at first. Outfield left to right, Richie Klosick, Travis Friend, and Noah Malone. First pitch from Johnson. Borgonio shows bunt but pulls it back as it misses up and away. Two walks and a hit batter issued by Alex Johnson in the bottom of the first inning. Dirtbags only had one hit. It was a leadoff bunt single for Trevor Goldenets. Hard ground ball to the left side, fielded on the backhand by Wall. Throw across the diamond, not in time to get Borgonio. The second hit of the game for the Dirtbags also stays within the infield, and they've got another leadoff man on.
Good backhand by Wall over there at shortstop, but wasn't able to throw across in time on the one hopper. Now Long Beach quickly has a runner on base once again to start off the inning. Dirtbags still chasing one.
Damon Valdez in next. It's been a good start to his true freshman season defensively, but he struggled at the plate, batting only 172 with a 398 OPS. He's 5 for 29 Lays down a bunt to the right side. Johnson fields, then bobbles, then throws to first, and it's wide and up the line. Borgonio still running, and he'll get the stop sign at third base. Valdez also advances to second. There will be an error on the play. Would assume it'll be a fielding and then the throwing error going against the Lions. Indeed, 2 errors go up on the board. Dirtbags now with runners at second and third, and the top of the order coming up.
Just some crucial mistakes by LMU on the infield, putting the runners up 2 bases. And now you got no outs with both runners in scoring position, and Trevor Goldenetz at the plate.
Double error against Alex Johnson. Now Trevor Goldenetz comes back up, had a bunt single on the first pitch he saw in the bottom of the first. Dirtbags trail by 1 and are threatening to tie or take the lead in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch, ground ball back up the middle to Johnson. He pump fakes to third, then throws to first. Goldenetz grounds out 1-3, and the runners stay put.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to hit. Caught the end of the bat there and just rolled slowly to the pitcher, and that's an easy out for him.
Johnson got some redemption from the error to the last batter. Jake Evans coming back up, got hit by a pitch on the first pitch of his plate appearance in the first inning. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Corner infield pulled in for LMU. First pitch swung on and missed. Good slider dove underneath the barrel of Evans.
That's the upper hand that pitchers have when they're on a lefty-righty matchup. Those sliders coming in are going to be a lot tougher to hit for the righties at the plate.
Ray Patchen called time behind the plate. Now Jake Evans digging back in. Has been the Dirtbags' best hitter so far this season as a whole. Takes one down in the dirt, but a good block by Lyle. Keeps it in front. Count even 1-1 to Jake Evans.
Jake Evans has been great for the Dirtbags all season long, especially in moments like these where they need him the most. Now he's in a crucial spot with 2 men on and a 1-run game.
Takes a fastball up and away. So he's ahead in the count. First base is open, so we'll see how aggressively Alec Johnson wants to come after Evans here. Trotter Enright on deck has not had the same success that Evans has seen so far this year. 2-1. Breaking ball fell into the top of the zone. Evans didn't look like that he loved the call. And a brief reaction, but the count's 2-2. The sophomore batted below the Mendoza line last year. Only a 192 average as a freshman. Now all the way up at 370. Fouls one off. He did get a decent chunk of playing time last year. 33 games and 124 plate appearances. So far this year, 19 games and 73 plate appearances. Another 2-2 from Johnson. Bounced in. Count is full with runners at second and third and 1 out.
Good at bat and good patience from Jake Evans on this at bat here, working his way to a full count. And now we're in the same position as last inning where you get a hit here, you score some runs, you walk, and you got bases loaded.
Payoff pitch to Evans. Chopped foul down the third baseline. He's seen 7 pitches so far in the at-bat.
These longer at-bats at the plate are going to add up for Alec Johnson as he moves forward, nearing the 30 mark of the total pitch count.
This is his 35th pitch. Breaking ball is hit off the end of the bat, and it's going to fall into right field. One run is in, and getting the stop sign at third is Valdez. Jake Evans ties it up 3-3 as he brings in Borgonio on an RBI single.
Just a great rip over there in the small gap over the second baseman. Right place at the right time.
It was a weakly hit ball, but placed perfectly. Fell into right field in front of Noah Malone. Jake Evans comes through again for the Dirtbags, and it's tied 3-3. Runners at first and third, and right now coming up again. Well executed at bat, could give the Dirtbags their first lead of the night. First pitch, swung on and tapped foul. Oh no, they're gonna score a run here. Enright swung through it, and Lyle reacted like it was a foul ball. Damon Valdez came in to score, and it looks like the preliminary ruling from Ray Patchen is that there was no tip. That was a weird looking play all around. It looked like the immediate reaction from everybody on the field was that it was a foul ball, but then Enright gestured toward Valdez at third base to come on home. Now Patchen having a discussion with the head coach from LMU, Donegal Fergus. Turns around, and looks like the call on the field's going to stand without any additional conversation. Long Beach moves ahead 4-3 on what will likely be scored a passed ball against Jake Lyle. It was a fastball right down the middle that Enright apparently swung through, and Lyle couldn't handle it.
That's heads up base running from the runner on third as well. Seeing the situation and not hesitating at all.
Oh, 1 is chopped foul. This one definitely did contact the bat off the leg of Enright. Jake Evans also advanced to second base. Now another one bounces in, but Lyle blocks it. Counts 1-2 to Trotter Enright. Dirtbags ahead 4-3 with another 2 runs in this bottom of the second inning. Both Ty Borgonio and Damon Valdez have come in to score. Fly ball into right field, hit decently well, but Malone is back and makes the catch just in front of the warning track. Jake Evans tagged up from second and advances to third, now with 2 out in the inning.
Good rip from Enright, just didn't get enough power behind it to take it over the fence. But moved up the runner nonetheless, so we got 2 down with Lena coming up.
Lena got walked on 4 pitches his first time up there. Try and move the line again. Dirtbags with 2 runs so far in the inning to take a 4-3 lead. First pitch from Johnson. Popped up and out of play. Lena was going to make sure he swung at the first strike he saw tonight. Gave a good rip, but couldn't keep it fair. 5 home runs for Dylan Lena so far this season. Leads the Dirtbags in that category and also easily with 24 RBI. That's an 18 games, pretty good total for Lena. Swings through a fastball at the top of the zone though. Behind 0-2. He's batting only .230 on the season, but a 400 on base and a .508 slug. 0-2, fouled off to stay alive.
Dylan Lena, as we mentioned a few minutes ago and in the last inning as well, had a big series versus Hawaii. It's a big reason that they were able to come away with that series, and Now he's in another important spot with a man on third.
Takes a fastball up and away and gives a stare out towards the mound. Lena's a guy who plays with a chip on his shoulder. Second-year dirtbag after transferring from Golden West College. A couple of players on this dirtbag team that are from Golden West. One, two, swung on and missed. Chased a fastball up and away out of the strike zone, and Lena goes down swinging. Dirtbags leave one stranded at third, but still score another 2 runs. They're ahead 4-3 as we go to the third inning on 22 West Radio. Four to three Dirtbags going into the third inning. Bruce Kuntz and Alex Prado here at Blair Field. This is Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Jake Fields back on the mound for Long Beach State. Works out of the windup and delivers a strike on the outside corner to Jackson Wall to begin the third inning.
Jake Fields is coming into this inning with a one run lead, excuse me. It's a little more comfortable as we've seen in the past few games and in the first inning of this game.
High pop up to the left side of the infield. Ty Borgonio is camped underneath it at shortstop, and it gave him some trouble at the end, but he is able to make the catch. Now 5 in a row retired by Jake Fields. That brings up DJ Giorso. Giorso walked his first time up. It's a 4-pitch free pass. First pitch shows bunt, pulls it back, but it found the outside corner for strike one. We've spent some time talking throughout the last couple of weeks on the broadcast as we're on the air at the same time as World Baseball Classic action. Giorso pulls one foul. Well, this will be the final time we can mention that tonight. The World Baseball Classic Championship going on as we speak. They're in the 7th inning. Venezuela ahead 2-0 over the USA. This tournament has been just as fun as it was in 2023. Truly one of the best things that baseball has going. Giorso fouls one off to stay alive. That game between the U.S. and the Dominican Republic the other night. Actually, last night that was. No, Sunday night. It was a lot of fun. course, ended on a controversial call as Fields misses outside to make the count 1-2.
Venezuela, I think, was sort of an underdog coming into this tournament. I know we figured that Japan would go far. We knew that Mexico was right in that mix.
Dominican
Puerto Rico as
Republic.
well. Yep.
Swing and a miss. Giroso flails out a slider. Jake Fields picks up his 4th strikeout. Looks like he's starting to settle in a bit here.
Second baseman, number 33.
Fields has definitely found his rhythm, and he's hoping to keep it. Still in the 3rd inning, so plenty of ball game left to play for him.
2 out, nobody on. First pitch to Andrew Moon. Fastball missed up and in. The end of the World Baseball Classic will send all these players on the 2 teams that have not yet been eliminated back to their MLB spring training camps, those that are in affiliated baseball. Fields misses down and in to make the count 2-0. And then it's not very far out that we'll officially have opening day. It's on Thursday the 26th, so 9 days from today. Fastball missed again. It's an interesting dynamic to think about with some of these players that have been away from their teammates for 2 weeks or 3 weeks for some of them. Heading right back to camp that close to opening day. 3-0, missed down and in. It's a 4-pitch, 2-out walk to Andrew Moon. I think you could make an argument that playing in the World Baseball Classic, especially for the hitters, is more beneficial than staying in spring training in terms of preparing for the regular season. But for the pitchers, it's a much, much different story with the high intensity effort, the higher pitch counts, all those things that are normally so controlled in spring training that these games, pitchers don't wind up holding anything back because you just can't. They're important playoff games. Slider catches the outside corner for strike 1 to Luca Danos. Man at first with 2 out. Dirtbags ahead 4-3 in the top of the 3rd inning.
When we look at guys like Ohtani and Yamamoto, obviously Ohtani wasn't able to pitch for that specific reason that you mentioned, as Fields throws one over to first. They're back in time. And obviously Yamamoto with a few outings too. It's difficult to keep that longevity over an entire season when you start a few months earlier for the World Baseball Classic, and it's not as easy going as spring training, as you said.
0-1 missed up high, and then the throwback to first base was not in time to get Moon. It's something to monitor, especially as this WBC has gained so much more popularity these last 2 times around for the tournament. More players want to go play, which is absolutely a good thing. Pitch out, the throw down to first base, not in time to get Moon. Valdez was all the way out of his squat. Fields delivered a fastball outside right into a throw. Moon is 3 for 3 on stolen base attempts this year, and there's a pop-up within the infield. Should be under control for Trotter Enright. He's camped, and he makes the catch to end the inning. LMU leaves one stranded, going to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 4-3 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Smith Chandler leading off the bottom of the third inning. It's a high fly ball out into center field. Travis Friend ranging back on a dead sprint, and it's gone. That ball had some carry. Smith Chandler leaves the yard to the deepest part of it. Dead center field, solo shot leads off the bottom of the third, and the Dirtbags extend their lead to 5-3.
Wasting absolutely no time there on the first pitch, right down the pipe, and as you mentioned, Bruce, that ball had some carry to it. It almost looked like it was going to be a pop out at first, and it just kept going and going and going.
Serious pop off the bat of Smith Chandler for his first home run as a Dirtbag to dead center field. Friend ranged a bit towards right center, but really was running almost straight back to the wall. That ball just kept carrying until it was out. Matt Toomey takes a first pitch ball. This Dirtbag team, not one that's built on a lot of slug. That was a big man home run from Smith Chandler. Line drive down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It does. It's bouncing into the left field corner. Matt Toomey rounds first and pulls into second, standing up. Back-to-back extra base hits for the Dirtbags to begin the third as Toomey's into second with a stand-up double.
Dirtbags are back in business. The aggression here from the first two batters has really set the tone, and Luke Taylor's hoping to pick this up.
First, a mound visit from Jake Lyle, walking out to try and settle down his starter, Alec Johnson. In his third inning of work, now has allowed 5 runs to the Dirtbags. There is some stirring and a right-hander throwing in the LMU bullpen. Luke Taylor to bat next for the Dirtbags. Grounded into a fielder's choice to end the first inning.
A sophomore from Holiday, Utah. Last year as a freshman, appeared in 29 games, starting 21 times.
Was resigned to DH duties throughout last spring as he was rehabbing from an elbow injury. DHing again tonight, pops one up out of play. There's a beautiful orange-colored sky as the sun was setting that's starting to fade into darkness. Can still see it a bit down the right field line. Orange clouds on a baby blue backdrop. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball popped up within the infield. Second baseman Moon ranging back, and he's underneath to make the catch and to reach a bit over his head. But Taylor goes down for the first out.
Shortstop, number 1,
Ty Borgonio in next. But we'll say this might be it. LMU calling a mound visit. Hasn't been an indication made yet. It doesn't look like. Oh no, there is. They're making a pitching change. Danigal Fergus out to get the ball from Alex Johnson. Man on second with 1 out, and LMU making a pitching change to face Ty Borgonio. We'll introduce the noon Lion's Arm next on 22 West Radio. Reliever coming in for LMU is the graduate right-hander Jake Geis. He's pitching in his 10th game of the season. 2 of them have been starts, 18 2/3 total innings, but the results have not been good at 10.13 ERA this season. Geis is in his 3rd year with LMU. Last season pitched in 10 games with a 5.29 ERA. Stat line scouting, it looks like good stuff from Geis. He's got 22 strikeouts in those 18 2/3 this year. Had 23 punch-outs in 17 innings last spring. First pitch fastball in at the knees for strike 1 to Ty Borgonio. He had an infield single ground ball in the 5.5 hole that he beat out in the 2nd inning. Man at second with 1 out. Dirtbags ahead 5-3. Now look back to second, and Geis steps off the mound. Dirtbags led off this 3rd inning with a solo home run from Smith Chandler. Matt Toomey doubled right behind him. He's out at second. Breaking ball fouled off the hands, pop up towards the LMU dugout. Lands right on the top of the fence down there and falls to the ground.
Geis has picked up 2 losses this season with a save on 18 innings pitched. Also has 22 strikeouts to his name so far.
Fastball right by Borgonio. Good location up and in. Blew him down. It's a 3-pitch strikeout. 2 down now with the runner still at second.
Some good consistency from Jake Geis could put LMU right back in this game as far as the defensive end. Give themselves a chance to work their way on the plate.
If the name Geis sounds familiar, the Dirtbags did have a reliever with the same name. Also had some starts the last 2 years as Damon Valdez fouls off the first pitch. It's not exactly the same name. This Jake Geis is spelled with only 1 S. Owen Geis was spelled with 2 S's. He transferred to Tulane and hasn't appeared yet this spring. But no relation between the two. 0-1 pitch to Damon Valdez, a breaking ball down low.
So we got 2 Jakes on the mound for tonight so far. And Jake Fields as well.
And a Jake Evans at third base for the Dirtbags. And a Jake Lyle at catcher for LMU.
Made that 4.
Jake's galore. Throw back to second base, but Toomey's back to the bag standing up. It was the Lions that struck first, scored 3 in the top of the 1st inning. Dirtbags answered with 2. Scored another 2 in the 2nd, and then have 1 run so far here in the 3rd. Toomey goes from second base, swing and a miss, and a throw down gets him by a mile. It was a late jump from second base, and Matt Toomey gets thrown out trying to steal 3rd to end the inning. It's the 2nd time this season the Dirtbags have had a runner cut down trying to steal 3rd base with 2 outs. And we're going to the 4th, 5-3 Long Beach State on 22 West Radio. LMU up in the top of the fourth. Dirtbags ahead 5-3. Extended their lead on a solo home run from Smith Chandler. First pitch from Jake Fields misses up high. Back in the box for LMU, Richie Klosik. He had a 2 RBI triple in the first inning. Biggest hit of the game so far for the Lions. Fastball missed just below the knees, and he's ahead 2-0.
Freshman from Houston, Texas.
That triple in the first inning was his first career 3-bagger. Now takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Two-one pitch, missed down low. Fields has issued 2 walks so far tonight. Does look like there's some action going in the Dirtbags bullpen. Three-one pitch to Klosik, taken right down the middle on a fastball. Count is full.
Jake Fields is going to have to knock this one down.
Payoff pitch from Fields. Hard ground ball right back up the middle and into center field. Klosik rounds first aggressively, but he'll retreat with a leadoff single for LMU in the fourth.
A nice rip there to start off the inning for LMU. Get some runners on base early.
It's the first hit for the Lions since the first inning. 5th overall. Travis Friend in next, another true freshman. Friend struck out on a fastball his first time up. Hard ground ball back up the middle, and it's the same result. Another base hit into center field. Klosik stops at second base. So back-to-back ground ball singles for LMU opens up the fourth.
LMU starting to get smart with their batting at the plate. 2 runners on now to start off the inning. Giving Jake Fields some trouble here.
Wow, a heck of an update to issue from the World Baseball Classic. Bryce Harper just hit a 2-run home run to tie it up in the bottom of the 8th inning for USA.
It's a great game going on over there.
Jake Lyle showing bunt. Pulls it back as a breaking ball caught the front door. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Miles showing bunt early again. Dirtbags creeping into the corner infield. Pulls it back and pops it up within the infield. Dylan Lena over just in foul territory and then catches it right on the line. It's a pop out for Lyle as he was trying to slash for the first out.
Good idea to try to get the runners up, but couldn't put the full barrel on it. So now LMU's down and out with 2 left to spare.
Noah Malone batting next for the Lions. First and second with 1 out as LMU trails by 2. Top of the 4th inning. Looks back to second. Comes home and it was tipped into the glove. Malone checked his swing. And Ray Patchen says it just caught a piece of his barrel before finding the glove of Valdez. A 1 count. Evans hugging the line at third base. And a fastball misses up high. Malone checked his swing again, but this time kept the bat back.
Jake Evans is still finding his pitches here, hitting his spots.
Jake Fields, that is.
Sorry, Jake Fields.
1-1. Breaking ball, and he went around. He did, according to the appeal from Gary Gilman. Chased a slider down and away. It counts 1-2. That WBC game now going to the 9th inning at 2-2. And Malone swings through a fastball up at his neck. Fields gets it chased for his 5th strikeout of the day.
Jake Fields has been phenomenal with those high-rising fastballs to get those strikeouts so far in these 4 innings that he's been on the mound.
So 2nd out of the inning, and it brings up the top of the order. Zach Wattis 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout and a pop out. Left-handed hitting first baseman in the box. First pitch swung on and missed. Good curveball from Fields. Gets him ahead 0-1.
Zach Wattis has been around the way in 2023 through 2024. He was at TCU, then went to Central Arizona College for the next season. Now he's over here in LMU.
Timeout called by Donegal Fergus, the head coach for LMU. Walked out of the dugout and called over Wattis for a chat.
Last season, Wattis posted up a .342 batting average with 11 home runs.
There's a long conversation here going on between Fergus and Wattis. Now finally, Ray Patchen walks over to break it up. That's one of the aspects of the college game that is different from professional baseball, and part of the reason these games tend to take a little longer. The offensive timeout's not a thing that you'll see in professional ball. On 1 count to Zach Wattis. Pitch from Fields, sails up high. Good job by Valdez to jump out of the squat and keep it in the leather. Counts 1-1. Fields looks back to second. Now comes home. Fastball missed just below the knees.
Jake Fields is really trying to paint the play here. He's just missed the last 2 times.
Wattis is a big hitter in there at 6'4". 2-1. Swung on and missed. A really good changeup from Fields. Breaking down and away, had Wattis out in front. Count even at 2-2. Deuce is wild here in the 4th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners on. Fields trying to put Wattis away. Swung on and missed. Fastball gets by him, and Jake Fields has his 6th strikeout of the day as he leaves 2 stranded for LMU. Going to the bottom of the 4th inning, and still 5-3 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. 9-1 and 2 due up for Long Beach State in the bottom of the 4th inning. Starting with Damon Valdez. Jake Geis back on the mound for LMU. Long Beach State ahead 5-3 entering the bottom of the 4th inning. Dirtbags have scored at least 1 run in all 3 frames so far. Here's a fly ball out towards left center field, ranging over Klosik into the gap, and it falls in. Valdez rounds first and gives a head-first slide into second base. He's got a leadoff double on the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th inning.
Once again, Long Beach is going straight out the gate here with Valdez. A nice rip to left center field over there. Klosik almost got a glove on it too. Kind of overran it by a step, wasn't able to get there in time. So now Valdez is on second with Trevor Goldenetz up at the plate.
Top of the order up for Long Beach State. Goldenetz 1 for 2, has only seen 2 pitches in this game. In the first inning, it was a bunt single, and in the second, the first pitch ground out back to the pitcher. Geis looks back at second. Now he shows bunt again, drops it down right in front of home plate. Out to get it, the catcher, Lyle, able to throw down to first in time to get the speedy Goldenetz. Nice play from behind the plate, but it does move Valdez up to third base. 1 out with Jake Evans coming up.
This is the small ball that Long Beach has been playing with all season long. Not trying to do too much, just laying the bunt down, getting the runner up, and you still got 2 outs to work with a man on third.
Jake Evans had an RBI single his last time up. Has reached both times tonight with that RBI single and a hit by pitch in the first inning. First pitch to Evans is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Long Beach State's playing this game before they head back out on the road. Gonna play at Cal State Bakersfield over the weekend. Continuing Big West Conference play. Pitch misses down in the dirt. Dirtbags in 7th place in the conference at 2-4. Tied with CSUN with that record. One of the big surprises to open up Big West play, UC Irvine down at 1-5. They've lost their last 5 games. Swing and a miss. Evans couldn't catch up to a fastball. It counts 1-2.
It's difficult as a team when you're on a losing streak to try to get out of it, and then even after getting that first win, just to keep the ball rolling. And right now Long Beach is trying to do the same after those 2 wins versus Hawaii.
Ground ball to the left side, but LMU has the infield in. Wall fields and looks back Valdez to third base before throwing across to get Evans. So LMU brings the infield in, and it works just as they want it to. Valdez remains at third base with 2 outs now in the inning.
Trotter Enright's going to have to pick up the slack here with the man on third. Dirtbags only up 2.
Venezuela's just taken a 3-2 lead in the World Baseball Classic in the 9th inning. Ground ball to the right side, fielded by Zach Wadis. He'll touch the bag himself. So the Dirtbags unable to bring around Valdez after his leadoff double. Going to the 5th inning, still 5-3 Long Beach State on 22 West Radio. Dirtbags making a pitching change with Tyler Gebb, right-handed junior, coming out of the bullpen to begin the 5th inning. It's 5-3 Long Beach State. Tyler Gebb so far this season with a 4.66 ERA. Already one of the most used guys on this Dirtbags pitching staff. He was their leader in appearances last year. Now it looks like there's another, maybe not pitch comm issue. Thought that's what it was at first, but Gebb had Jake Evans deliver something to the dugout. Might be a bracelet or something that came loose.
Yeah, the ump had talked to him for a second there before the inning started. Try to get it off of him.
This is Gebb's 10th appearance this year with that 4.66 ERA. 2 walks and 11 strikeouts in 9 2/3 innings. First pitch to Jackson Wall, a fastball in for a strike. Wall is 1 for 2 tonight. Now checks his swing as one bounces in. Count goes to 1-1. We can set the final line for Jake Fields, Long Beach State starter tonight. 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. 78 pitches, 49 of them for strikes. Wall fouls one straight back. So not a perfect outing for Jake Fields, but still a solid bounce back from that Friday night start against Hawaii. And he got roughed up pretty bad.
Definitely a better outing from him. And as we talked to TJ Bruce with the last matchup that Jake Fields had, he was kind of skeptical about his performance as there's a ball in the dirt. Count is 2-2.
Got a 55-foot breaking ball from Tyler Gebb.
But Jake Fields, I feel like the narrative tonight for him was to kind of earn that trust back, earn his spot back, and try to fight for the player that we all know that he could be. And tonight was a step forward towards that path.
Wasn't looking very good in the first inning. Another breaking ball misses. Count is full to Jackson Wall. Gave up 3 hits and a walk in that first frame alone. Now a swing and a miss. Tyler Gebb gets Wall to swing through it for the first out.
That's a good pitch down and inside to get the batter kind of golfing at his swing.
DJ Giorso coming up next. Giorso 0 for 1. Walk and a strikeout on his line. First pitch taken for a strike. Giorso struck out on a slider his last time up. Takes another one out of the zone. So it counts 1-1. Curveball swung on and missed. Filthy pitch from Tyler Gebb for the second strike. Long Beach State's won back-to-back games coming into tonight. They had lost 7 in a row before Saturday. Here's a pop-up off the end of the bat. Easily playable for Borgonio at shortstop. He puts it away for out number 2.
Tyler Gebb with 2 quick outs here. Doing a good job so far coming into this game, upholding the 2-run lead.
There's 3 teams that have particularly stood out to begin conference play in the Big West. Cal Poly, easily the best. They're 6-0, have swept both of their first 2 series and have won 8 games in a row overall. That Mustangs team certainly dangerous this year. Andrew Moon takes a first pitch ball. UC San Diego also undefeated behind them, but at only 3-0. Tritons had the first weekend off, but swept their first series. And then Cal State Fullerton at 5-1, There's a hard ground ball, stabbed on the backhand on a slide by Borgonio. Throw across the diamond is in time. What a play at shortstop by Ty Borgonio. Gave a full dive into the 5.5 hole and threw across the diamond in time. Put a star next to that one to end the top of the 5th.
What a stretch from the shortstop right there. And the ability to get up quick enough and get the throw across the body to first. Perfect timing.
Tyler Gibb puts the Lions down in order, and we're halfway home. 5-3 Dirtbags, halfway through the 5th on 22 West Radio. Dylan Lena coming up for Long Beach State. 5-3 the score. Dirtbags leading by 2. Jake Geis still on the mound for LMU. First pitch of the bottom of the 5th inning. Taken on the inside corner for a strike.
Lena struck out in his last at bat. Got walked in the 1st inning.
Right on right matchup. A 1 pitch right down the middle. Lena watches 2 strikes go by to start his at bat. Geis is pitching from the stretch. 0-2 breaking ball, missed just below the knees.
Good take from Lena on an 0-2 pitch.
This is the first of 2 times that Long Beach State and LMU will play this year. It's a fly ball out of play. So Lena is still alive.
I believe you mentioned before the game, Bruce, that overall the Long Beach versus LMU series is at a 16-16 win-loss rate, so tied overall.
Here's a pop-up to the right side of the infield. Andrew Moon, the second baseman there, but he's called off, and Zach Wattis, the first baseman, makes the catch for the first out. Smith Chandler coming in next. He set off some fireworks his last time up there. A solo home run on the first pitch. He saw it over the center field fence. And I want to issue a correction. It looks like that I know that Long Beach State had been scheduled to play at LMU on April 7th. Looks like that game's not on the schedule anymore. I hadn't seen any announcement about that. First pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike by Chandler. But looking at the schedule, it looks like that that game has been taken off the schedule. They'll play against Cal Baptist at home on April 6th, but no road game at LMU on April 7th. It does not appear. Not like it's unheard of for college teams to have schedule alterations.
Last year, Long Beach played LMU twice. One on the road one time and dropped one at home.
Chandler takes a strike to bring the count to 1-2. There's a line drive into left field, starting in, then Klosik arranges back and makes the catch. Smith Chandler lines out to left for the second out.
Just got under it a little bit. Sort of a line drive to the left fielder. Matt Toomey's looking to put some fire under this dirtbag squad with 2 outs.
Nobody on for Long Beach State. Jake Geis has looked good since coming in. Only one Dirtbags batter has reached against him. It was a double from Damon Valdez to lead off the 4th. Line drive foul off the bat of Matt Toomey. That World Baseball Classic final is in the bottom of the 9th inning now with Venezuela ahead 3-2. There's 1 out, so Team Venezuela only 2 outs away from winning the World Baseball Classic. This is the first time that they've ever been in the WBC championship game. Toomey takes one outside for ball 1. What a victory that would be for Venezuela.
I think it's safe to say that no one thought Venezuela would make it to these heights with the competition that the World Baseball Classic brings, but
they've got a quality roster with some big leaguers. Toomey takes strike 2. Luis Araya is one of the leaders on that Venezuelan team. Salvador Perez also there. But they were definitely not one of the top 3 or 4 favorites. Line drive foul into the netting. Toomey stays alive.
looks like there was interference from the catcher there on that last pitch. So Toomey's going to get first as the umpire called the play.
Catcher's interference does appear to be the call. Donegal Fergus out of the LMU dugout to get an explanation. Matt Toomey's down at first base. Still a conversation being had between Donegal Fergus and the home plate umpire Ray Patchen. Excuse me.
I think the problem there was a pretty late call as it was already fouled off, waited a few seconds and then called it. It's probably the issue for LMU's head coach over there.
So that'll be E2 against Jake Lyle. Matt Toomey reaches with 2 out, and he's a threat to run. 5 for 6 on stolen base attempts this year. His only caught stealing was earlier in this game. First pitch swung on and missed by Luke Taylor.
Anytime you have a runner on base with a 70% stolen base percentage or higher, you're going to be taking extra looks over there at first base.
Pickoff attempt to first, but Matt Toomey dives back. That caught stealing for Toomey was as he was trying to steal third base with 2 outs. Ended the 3rd inning. Didn't have a good jump from second base, but went anyway. Another pickoff throw, but Toomey dove back and the throw rolled away. Zach Wattis couldn't handle it. Now Toomey gets up to shake out the belt. A 1 count to Luke Taylor. He hits a line drive out towards left center field. That's going to get down, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Matt Toomey getting the wave. He'll score easily. Luke Taylor into second base with an RBI double. He puts the Dirtbags ahead 6-3.
Luke Taylor getting a hit when it matters most, right in between the left center gap. That's a great rip from him, and Long Beach is up 3 now.
6-3, Long Beach State in the bottom of the 5th inning. Luke Taylor with his first hit of the day. Ty Borgonio will step in next with a man on second and 2 out. No action down in the LMU bullpen. They've given the middle part of this game to Jake Geis. Had been doing well with it until right there Luke Taylor drove in a run and an RBI double. Matt Toomey had reached on a catcher's interference as Borgonio fouls off the first pitch. So they were close to out of this inning, and that run will go down as unearned.
Yeah, that's a tough spot for Jake Geis right there. 2 outs with only 1 runner on, and he's barely at first base and comes all the way around on a nice hit over there in left center.
And here's a pop-up off the end of the bat, easily handled by DJ Giorso at third base. That ends the 5th inning, but the Dirtbags move ahead 6-3 on an RBI double from Luke Taylor, going to the 6th on 22 West Radio. Luca Danos leading off the 6th inning for LMU. Tyler Gebb back out there for the Dirtbags, and the first pitch is fouled out of play during that pitching or defensive change during the half inning as the Dirtbags took the field. You and I, Alex, were watching the celebration for Team Venezuela as they officially took down the USA. Back-to-back years that the United States have lost in the championship game, or back-to-back tournaments, that is, that the USA has lost in the championship game of the WBC. Danos fouls another one off. Awesome story for Venezuela with Ronald Acuna, Luis Arias, Salvador Perez. Had never even been to the championship game before this year, and they were able to take down the juggernaut USA team. Slider just missed down and away.
I think it's really important for the sport as well of baseball for Venezuela to win the game. You know, there's sort of an idea that baseball is only good in the U.S. or that people come from other countries to play here just because it's the best in the U.S. But these last 2 years with Japan and Venezuela going back at it as there's a strikeout on the field.
Danos took a fastball right on the outside corner. So Tyler Gebb picks up his second punch out for the first out of the inning.
But teams like that, like Venezuela and Japan, just kind of proving their game against the U.S. specifically in championship games like that. It shows how the world of baseball is changing and it's evolving within other countries, and it's a lot more competitive.
The WBC is fantastic for the game. First pitch breaking ball taken for a strike. Richie Klosick in the box. That celebration for Team Venezuela is just like a World Series celebration. Klosick takes one up high. There's absolutely no argument to be made that this tournament doesn't matter. That's, of course, been a dialogue that's been going around. There's been some players that have said that this matters more to them than a World Series. 1-1 curveball falls in for a strike. And this is getting into just personal opinion territory, but I think that there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. These players that are playing with their countries on their chest and playing for their people, I think that's the part that really separates it. Gebb bounces a curveball in to even the count at 2-2. Eugenio Suarez had the double to put Team Venezuela ahead in the 9th inning. Reds third baseman. Ground ball over towards Borgonio at shortstop. He fields and throws across, but it's high. Pulls Lena off the bag, and Klosick will be in. Already up on the board. E6 against Borgonio. Ended the last inning with a fantastic play. And this time an error gives LMU a one-out base runner.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rush throw by the shortstop there, Borgonio. And Lena couldn't quite reach back enough to get the tag as he was coming down from the air.
This is the first error of the game against Long Beach State. Now looks like there's going to be some attention being given down at first base to Richie Klosick. Had to hustle down the line, and he's stretching out his right quad, it looks like. Travis Friend will be the batter. See if Klosick is going to be able to stay in this game or not. And looks like he will be okay. Klosick's been on base all 3 times today. Here reaches on an error, but had a 2 RBI triple in the first inning and then a single in the 4th. Travis Friend also singled right behind him in that 4th inning. He's 1 for 2 overall tonight. Top of the 6th inning, Long Beach State ahead 6-3 over LMU. It's been 6 unanswered runs for the Dirtbags. First pitch breaking ball taken for a strike by Friend.
Travis Friend, the freshman from La Mirada, California.
Line drive bounces over to Evans. He throws the second for 1. Enright across to first, low and not in time. Lena dug it out, but the turn from Enright at second base was a little awkward as he came across the second base bag, had to throw across his body. Didn't look like he was set up all the way. Enright's been playing shortstop most of this year, now shifted over to second. Didn't look totally comfortable in that double play turn.
Catcher number 16, Jake Lyle.
There's a liner hit off the end of the bat by Friend that dove down to the ground. 1 hop to Evans at third. Good feed to second base, but Enright couldn't get it over there in time. 2 outs and a man on first for LMU. Jake Lyle coming up.
Jake Lyle's hitting 167 this season. 42 at-bats.
First pitch taken for a ball.
LMU's really gone quiet the past few innings after that 3-run first inning.
All zeros since that first. Lyle swings and misses at another good curveball. The pitches looked solid tonight for Tyler Gibb in his second inning of relief.
Gibbs had some good command over that curveball, especially on the lower quadrant of the strike zone.
These midweek games are usually different for these teams to manage. As the runner goes from first, taken up and in. Valdez third down to second, gets into center field. Trying to go for third after a hesitation. Friend is going to be in there standing up. So he steals second base and then advances to third on the throwing error from Valdez. LMU now with a man at third and 2 out.
So the first stolen base on the season for Travis. He's only been caught stealing once. Now LMU has a runner in scoring position at third with a chance to cut down to this 3-run lead.
That was the second error of the inning against Long Beach State. Slider swung on, missed, and blocked by Valdez. Lyle not seeing that breaking ball. It counts 2-2. It's still warm here at Blair Field. 81 degrees, even past 8 o'clock. Curveball is taken for ball 3. Full count to Jake Lyle. This is Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Tyler Gibb looks to third. Payoff pitch. Chopped foul. Just got a piece of a slider to stay alive.
Gibb has been going back and forth between that curveball low and inside and then that slider low and outside. There were 2 straight sliders on the outside past 2 pitches, so let's see what he goes with here on the full count.
Another payoff pitch, tapped out in front of home plate. Gibb ranges in, only played at first, throws low, and Lena couldn't dig it out. Tyler Gibb went into a squat in dismay. That'll be the 3rd error of the inning, most likely against Long Beach State. Wasn't the easiest play in the world for Gibb, but still qualifies as routine, and they throw the error up right away. Brings a run in, and the Dirtbag lead is cut down to 2.
It's a great at-bat from Jake Lyle, too. Just getting a piece of it, but Gibb had a great pitch for that last one. Ultimately couldn't be dug out by Lino over there at first.
Now a pinch hitter going up for LMU. And we'll say these bright red jerseys are sharp, but the only thing, the numbers are a white outline that are very difficult to see. Wynn Gurney is the pinch hitter, freshman from Manhattan Beach. Also went to La Mirada High School. First pitch from Gibb, taken down low. Gurney is pinch hitting for Noah Malone. Had been 0 for 2.
Freshman at the plate's hitting .280 this season. He's had 25 at-bats. 5 runs batted in.
1-0, fastball missed downstairs. Man at first with 2 out. 1 run in for LMU so far in the inning.
It's interesting to see a number 99. Not a lot of players with that number within professional baseball.
Chopper over towards Evans, but it just gets foul. 2-1 count to Wynn Gurney. Pinch hitting here in the top of the 6th.
This would be a big out for Gibb if he can get it. Get himself out of this inning, 1 out away.
The 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Good slider from Gibb, evens up the count at 2-2.
Gibbs going back to that slider on the outside. Lower right, I should say. Might be looking to go back to the same pitch here. It's been working for him all inning long.
Super short lead at first for Lyle. Now extends it a bit. And he runs with the pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Another curveball for Tyler Gebb. That was the go-to pitch in this inning. He picks up his third strikeout, but one run comes across for the Lions off 3 errors in the inning for the Dirtbags. Going to the bottom half of the 6th, 6-4 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Nine 1-2 due up for Long Beach State, still facing Jake Geis, the reliever for LMU, remaining in the game here. And a long outing already so far. As we enter the bottom of the 6th inning, Geis already with 2 2/3 innings. He's only had to throw 30 pitches though. First one to Damon Valdez, misses up high. The Dirtbag lead was cut down to 2 with 1 run in the top half of the inning for the Lions. Wayne Gurney did remain in the game in right field after pinch hitting in the 6th. Swing and a miss here from Valdez, evens the count at 1-1. Valdez takes a fastball. Counts 1-2. TJ Bruce has spent a lot of time talking about the Dirtbag shortstop situation and the defense overall just not playing up to his standard. Chopper to the left side. Nice pick by Chiorso, and he gets the out at first. TJ Chiorso with a tough play at third base, cutting in front of Wall. Picked it to the forehand and then threw across in time to get Valdez.
That's a nice play by Chiorso right there, just kind of swinging his glove around to meet the ball right in front of his chest and getting that throw over to first right in time.
Top of the order up now for Long Beach State. Trevor Goldenette steps in. He's had 3 times up there tonight, has seen 3 total pitches. Shows bunt and pulls it back. So finally this will be a multiple pitch at bat for Trevor Goldenette. He had a bunt single in the first inning, grounded out to the pitcher in the 2nd, and then laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 4th. Looked like he was bunting for a hit, but it advanced a runner, so that's how it goes in the book. Now he takes a fastball for a strike. Counts 1-1.
Trick for the Dirtbags this game as far as earning runs is getting out early every inning, getting at bats and hits as soon as possible.
Shows bunt and a fastball sails up and away. And off the glove of Lyle towards the backstop. Two-one pitch to Golden Nets. Taken down the middle. Counts 2-2. Here's a hard ground ball through the right side. Trevor Goldenetz with a base hit. He'll be held to a single. He's on first now. Speed Demon out there for Long Beach State with one out.
Nice patient at bat from Goldenetz there. Right up the middle in between second base and the second baseman. Now he's on first.
Jake Evans stepping in next. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Had an RBI single in the second inning. Grounded out to shortstop in the fourth. And was also hit by a pitch his first time up. Here's a hard ground ball past a diving wall and into left field. Back-to-back ground ball singles for Long Beach State as Golden Knights holds up at second. Now they've got runners at first and second with one out.
The thing about Jake Evans is that he's so aggressive at the plate. When he sees a pitch he likes, he's going to take it and he's going to rip it. No matter if it's the last strike, first ball, whatever it may be.
Back-to-back hits for Long Beach State. And now there's been action in the LMU bullpen. This might be it for Jake Geis. And it looks like it is a pitching change coming for LMU. They're going to a lefty to face Trotter Enright. Bottom of the sixth inning, Dirtbags with a couple on and one out on 22 West Radio. Try to run right up for Long Beach State. He's facing the left-handed freshman Caleb Sweeney. He's pitched 6 innings so far this year with a 7.50 ERA. Runners on base at first and second, both the responsibility of Jake Geis. Try to run right digs in 0 for 3 tonight. Pops up the first pitch down the left field line. Richie Klosik ranging all the way over, lost his hat and makes the catch just in fair territory. Nice play as Klosik had to go a long way for that one, and he's got the second out of the inning.
Took advantage of that lefty-lefty matchup right there. High fastball on the outside. He was taking it away from the field, and Klosik was over there to track it down.
Dylan Lena in next.
Caleb Sweeney's going to have a lot of favorable matchups tonight as he is a lefty. Long Beach started this game with quite a few righties, 7 to be exact.
Lena's 0 for 2, takes a first pitch strike. Walked his first time up, then struck out and popped out. First and second with 2 down. Dirtbags ahead 6-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now time is called. Looks like Caleb Sweeney was being instructed to make eye contact with Lena. Left on right matchup. 1-1 pitch from Sweeney, swung on and missed.
It's a good pitch on the outside, especially on Lena. You don't want to leave anything on the inside of the plate there because he'll take it yard.
2 strikes to Dylan Lena. Pitch from Sweeney, sails to the backstop. Both runners will get 90 feet. Now the Dirtbags have 2 in scoring position. Scoreboard shows a 2-2 count. I didn't see if the indication was a pitch clock violation on the stoppage. It is 1-2. Home plate umpire Ray Patchen signaling for the correction. Line drive into left field. It's going to get down in front of Klosik. 1 run is in. Throw comes home. Sliding in safely. Jake Evans is in, and Dylan Lena has a 2 RBI single to extend the Dirtbag lead back up to 4.
Wow, what a hit from Lena. The right place at the right time, Mr. Clutch. He's been having a great 3 games with the Hawaii series as well. And in a spot where they needed him most, he drove in 2 runs.
A huge 2-out hit for Dylan Lena. He continues to pad those RBI totals. Now 26 runs driven in 19 games this year.
Coming into this game, he was ranked 2nd in the Big West as far as runs batted in goes. Just added 2 to his list.
Both those runs get credited against the line of Jake Geis. And now Smith Chandler comes up. He's driven in a run tonight. He was himself solo homer back in the 3rd inning. Dylan Lena at first base with 2 out after his 2 RBI single. It's 8-4 Dirtbags. First pitch checked his swing and went around.
It's a good pitch from Sweeney. Little breaking ball coming in from the outside, just catching the corner of the plate.
This is the largest lead of the night for the Dirtbags. Chandler takes a strike and he's in an 0-2 hole.
This time a fastball on the outside. Chandler probably waiting for that to cut in as the breaking ball did on the last pitch.
0-2, slider missed down and in. Tell you what, it has not cooled off very much at Blair Field tonight. Still shows 78 degrees.
There's no sun out, but the air is still congested.
Fastball sailed up and away. It's a very accurate way to describe the feeling in this air. Stuffy.
Thing about Long Beach, the weather's always going to fluctuate. I'm sure the players are used to that here at Blair Field.
Chandler fouls one off to stay alive.
Dirtbags are going to have to start getting used to the heat. Summer's around the corner. Spring is here.
Smith Chandler started his collegiate career at CSUN and transferred into JUCO. Played one season of JUCO ball before now making his way to Long Beach State as a junior. Fouls another one off. Two balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. Another chopper foul over to the Dirtbag dugout.
Two scoring, showing on the scoreboard here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And then a breaking ball falls in and gets Chandler to freeze and look at it. Strikeout for Sweeney ends the inning, but Dylan Lena delivers a 2-out, 2 RBI single as we go to the 7th. It's 8-4 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Dirtbags making a pitching change going to the 7th inning. Joey Iglesias comes into the game to face the top of the order for LMU. So Tyler Gibb went 2 full in relief. 1 run scored against him. It's 8-4 Dirtbags going to the top of the 7th inning. Zach Wattis stepping in to lead things off for LMU. Iglesias fires and misses outside. Right-handed senior reliever for Long Beach State. Iglesias has a 7.30 ERA so far this season. 12 1/3 innings, has allowed 10 earned runs. Missed again with a fastball. He did have one very encouraging outing at USC as a team that's now ranked 13th in the nation. Iglesias was probably the Dirtbags' best pitcher in that game, held down the middle innings. Misses again here, though, and the count's 3-0.
Iglesias also has 11 strikeouts to his name this season, in just 12 innings pitched. He's 3-0 here in this first at-bat.
Now gets a strike in there. Crowd was getting on the home plate umpire after those first 3 calls. After Iglesias had that 2 2/3 of hitless and scoreless ball at USC, as he misses outside. It's a 5-pitch walk to Zach Wattis. Pitched in one game over the weekend against Hawaii and struggled through 29 pitches across 1 inning and allowed 3 earned runs.
Last year as a junior, he pitched in 15 games out of the bullpen, struck out 7 and walked 9.
He walks the first batter he faces here. Dirtbags ahead by 4. LMU with the leadoff man on. Wattis is 7 for 8 on stolen base attempts this year. First pitch taken for a strike by Jackson Wall. Wall is 1 for 3. Has seen his batting average fall from .412 at the start of the game to .408 now. Pick off to first, but Wattis dives back.
Wall struck out swinging in the 5th inning. He flied out in the 3rd. He had a single to right field in the 1st.
A 1 pitch. Chopper down the 3rd base line, just does get foul. Counts 0-2 to Jackson Wall as he'll walk back to home plate. Recuperate some of his energy from sprinting down the first base line. On deck batter DJ Giorso came over and propped his bat up in front of home plate, standing by itself. Iglesias comes set. Now picks off to first. Wattis is safe again.
Jackson Wall entered the game with a .412 batting average, leading the Lions. He's only had 1 hit today.
Pitch taken for ball 1 for Long Beach State after they hit the road this weekend at Cal State Bakersfield. They'll stay out that direction and play against Fresno State on Monday up in Fresno. Then they'll return home here against UC Irvine from March 27th through 29th. Pop up in foul territory. Will it stay in play? Valdez back to the netting, and he made the catch. Banged into the ball, now throws back towards first base. Is bodied up by Dylan Lena as the throw was low and Wattis is safe. That's a great play by Damon Valdez, crashing into the padding underneath the net. But he was able to make the play with his hands cupped underneath him, Willie Mays style. Was able to hold on.
It's a great catch from Valdez right there. Almost catching that ball like he was holding a baby.
It was the first out of the inning. Zach Wattis was tagging from first base, started to go, then Valdez saw it. Wattis decided better and slid back to first base. It was a good job by Dylan Lena to body up on a low throw. Otherwise, that one could have gone into right field and given the extra base to Wattis. First pitch breaking ball taken. Oh, they're going to call a balk. Looks like Iglesias didn't come set. It's the third base umpire, Denver DeBrule, who calls it.
Wattis now on second. He's got 7 stolen bases on the season. Only been caught stealing once. Looks like there's still discussion between the batter and the umpire here about that last play.
Pitch doesn't count. So it's a fresh count to DJ Giorso. First pitch breaking ball this time catches the zone. Counts 0-1, man at second with 1 out. Fastball sailed up and away. Now the count's 1-1.
Giorso still looking for his first hit of the game here as he flied out in the 5th inning. Struck out in the 3rd and walked in the 1st.
Enright holding on the runner at second. Borgonio shaded over in the 5.5 hole. The pitch is taken low. Giorso moves ahead 2-1.
Hitters count now for Giorso, who's in a good spot with only 1 out and a man on.
Ground ball over towards shortstop. Borgonio fields cleanly, 2 shuffles, throws across the diamond for the out. Wattis did move up to third base. So now man at third with 2 out for LMU.
Second baseman number 33, Andrew Moon.
Andrew Moon will try and bring him in. Dirtbags ahead by 4 runs. First pitch from Iglesias, a slider that misses low. Moon had an RBI single all the way back in the 1st inning. As part of a 3-run first for the Lions. They've only scored 1 run since. Slider bends in for a strike to make the count 1-1. Wattis off of third. 1-1, missed down low. Joey Iglesias trying to work a scoreless frame. He's already thrown 16 pitches, facing his 4th batter of the inning. Two-one slider is lifted but playable out into left field. Smith Chandler is camped underneath and makes the catch to end the inning. Iglesias able to put up a 0, and now the Dirtbag fans will stretch for a special St. Patrick's Day 7th inning stretch. Going to the bottom of the 7th, 8-4 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio.
Stretch your legs. Enjoy the play. Take me out to the ball game performed by Jeff Whitman on our Blair Field organ. Thursday edition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Back for the bottom of the 7th inning after a fantastic bagpipe edition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game from Jeff Lithman. Fantastic organist here at Blair Field. Matt Toomey in the box to lead things off. Dirtbags once again facing the left-handed reliever Caleb Sweeney, and the first pitch a breaking ball that hit Toomey. So Long Beach State has a leadoff base runner off the hit by pitch. It's 8-4 Long Beach State in the bottom of the 7th inning. Luke Taylor will come up next. Taylor started 0 for 2, but then his last time up roped an RBI double that had brought Toomey around to score. Now it's Toomey on first base as Taylor swings and misses at the first pitch. Long Beach trying to win their 3rd straight game today. Finished the weekend with 2 straight wins, over Hawaii after they lost 11-1 on Friday. Back-to-back close victories. Fastball sails up high. It was Sunday that the true freshman Jason Gerfers went the distance. Complete game, 1 run allowed. So Dirtbags won that game on Sunday 2-1. 1-1 to the sophomore Luke Taylor, taken down low. Toomey is a threat to run at first base. 5 for 6 on stolen base attempts this year. Said it earlier, though, that his only caught stealing was earlier in this game. Pitch taken down in the dirt, and Taylor's ahead 3-1.
Another lefty on righty matchup. Taylor's been patient so far with 3 balls.
Now chops one to the left side. Ranging in Giarso pump fakes to second. Oh, they're going to call a foul ball. Went off the foot of Taylor. So it's a full count to the Dirtbag DH. 1 for 3 overall tonight. See if Matt Toomey gets put on the move from first base. Toomey runs, and it's taken down and away. So Luke Taylor walks after a inning opening hit by pitch, and the Dirtbags have a couple on and nobody out.
Once again, Long Beach's ability to get runners on at the beginning of the inning before recording any outs. That's a huge advantage with Orgonio coming up to bat.
Alex, I want to circle back to that bagpipe edition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. How awesome was that?
Yeah, that was nice. That was definitely different than we've ever heard, but it was nice.
Special occasion on St. Patrick's Day. You done anything to celebrate?
Not much. Got a lot of baseball to talk about today with the World Baseball Classic and the Dirtbags. What about you?
Nope. Look at us with our exciting lives.
There's a lot of green here in the stands on both ends of the field.
Not a huge crowd at Blair Field tonight, as is usual for these midweek games, but especially on a holiday. Looks like, again, the home plate umpire, Ray Patchen, is instructing the on-deck batter, Damon Valdez, to get all the way to the warning track. It's unusual for an umpire to be this much, or this particular, about where the on-deck batter is standing. Ty Bergonio showed bunt and then pulled it back as the first pitch missed up and away.
This is the the small ball Long Beach that we know.
This beach is not small, it's long. Bunt down the first baseline, and after fielding, Juarez tags out Bergonio. It's a successful sacrifice bunt laid down as both runners advance. Now second and third with one out for the Dirtbags.
Yeah, good idea there, executed well. So now Valdez is going to come up with 2 runners in scoring position. Dirtbags only have 1 down.
Damon Valdez up there, looking for his first RBI of the game. Does have a run scored and a double back in the 4th inning. Shows bunt, pulls it back as it's a strike on the outside corner. So Valdez threatening to squeeze. Zach Juarez was crashing from first base. DJ Girasso also even with the third base bag now. Juarez all the way in on the grass at first. Swing and a miss. Chased a curveball, and the count's 0-2.
Sweeney's doing a good job looking past these bunt attempts, or bunt shows, if you will.
LMU has the infield pulled in momentarily. Now the middle will back off. Corner's still in. Long Beach already ahead by 4, looking for insurance in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2 pitch. Chopper on the ground over to shortstop. That'll bring in a run. Wall's throw across the diamond is in time to get Valdez. But as LMU brings the middle infield back, Damon Valdez gets the job done. It's a 9-4 Dirtbags.
Good overall effort from Long Beach this inning, playing small ball. Not any particularly big hits, but sacrifice bunts and small plays here and there. And you add that up to get a run.
Both runners advance as Luke Taylor's now at third base. And it looks like LMU is making a pitching change. They've had action down in the bullpen with Trevor Goldenetz coming up. A new arm coming in the game for LMU. Dirtbags ahead 9-4. Pitching change with 2 outs in the 7th on 22 West Radio. It's a graduate lefty, Dylan Singh, coming onto the mound for LMU. Dirtbags with a man at third and 2 out. Trevor Goldenet's coming up to bat. To say Dylan Singh has not had on-field success these past 2 years would be an understatement. Pitching for Cal State Dominguez Hills last year, had a 23.14 ERA in 6 games. This season for LMU, 4 games and a 43.20 ERA. He's allowed 8 earned runs in 1 2/3 innings as his first pitch misses down and away to Goldenets.
Singh's been around the horn as well. Started with San Jose State and went to Saddleback College. And as you mentioned, Cal State Dominguez Hills, as that one's in for a strike. And now at LMU.
1-1 count to Trevor Goldenets. Corner infield both playing somewhat in, but about a step or two behind their respective bases. Goldenets a threat to lay down a bunt at all times. 1-1 pitch taken off the outside corner.
Looks like the catcher and pitcher had a bit of a miscommunication on that last pitch, as Jake Leal stepped off and kind of gestured towards them like, what are we doing?
2-1 pitch, missed down in the dirt. Hitters count for Trevor Goldenets, 3-1 with 2 outs and a man at third. Dirtbags have already extended their lead to 5 in this inning. And a good night for TJ Bruce's offense. As a curveball missed down low. Goldenets walks and the Dirtbags have runners at the corners.
That's not a bad pitch from Singh, and just missed the outside of the plate there. I like the idea, but just got to execute it next time.
Would be shocked if Trevor Goldenets wasn't running early in this plate appearance. Especially with the brand of small ball that TJ Bruce likes to play. Goldenets 7 for 12 on stolen base attempts this year. Probably the fastest player on the Dirtbags. And we have a timeout called. And reminder issued from the home plate umpire out to Singh on the mound to make eye contact with Evans. Now they call time again. And it's going to be a pitch clock violation against Singh. So Jake Evans starts his at-bat 1-0. First pitch to Evans, breaking ball misses low.
Goldenets is yet to take off from first, as the catcher's going to go talk to his pitcher.
Jake Lyle runs out for a quick chat. Counts 2-0 to Jake Evans after the first pitch, but a pitch clock violation before that. Evans is 2 for 3 tonight. Couple of singles and a run driven in. And now a rogue baseball has found the field from the Dirtbag bullpen.
Oof.
Counts 2-0. Pitch caught the outside corner.
Evans has a pair of singles, a hit by pitch, and a ground out so far in this game.
The 2-1 chopper up the middle, but the shortstop was over in the 5.5 hole as he stabs it before it gets into center field. There's no play. Jake Evans with an RBI single to extend the Dirtbag lead out to 6.
Yeah, nice hit right up the middle from Jake Evans, as The shortstop was playing all the way over to the left. And he did get there, but just not in time.
Third hit of the game for Jake Evans and his second RBI. Now it looks like we're going to get another pitching change for LMU. That's it for Dylan Singh. Quick outing. He only faces 2 batters, and they both reach. And now the Lions go back to the bullpen. 10-4 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Trotter Enright coming up for Long Beach State. Runners at first and second with 2 out, and the new pitcher that he's going to face is the right-handed sophomore Zach Bender. He enters to face a left-handed hitting Trotter Enright. Bender, another guy without too much success so far this season for LMU. First pitch fastball taken off the outside corner for ball 1. Bender in 7 1/3 innings has allowed 17 earned runs, 17 walks on his line. So a 20.86 ERA.
Had a much better season last year as he anchored the Lions' starting rotation.
Fly ball out into deep center field. Ranging back is Friend, and just in front of the track, he gets there to make the catch. Enright gave it a ride, but flies out to end the 7th inning. As we're going to the 8th, it's 10-4 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State making a pitching change, entering the 8th inning. Kaimi Kahalekai coming into the game. Kahalekai with an 8.64 ERA so far this season. Hasn't had much success, but he's a guy that is expected to operate as one of the shutdown relievers in this Long Beach State bullpen. First pitch misses up high to Luca Danos. Kahalekai does have a couple of saves already. This will be a chance for him to try and get right. Misses again, though, and the count's 2-0.
He's only had 8 1/3 innings pitched with 8 strikeouts to his name this season.
Missed up and in. 3 straight balls from Kahalekai to start his outing.
Quite a presence at the mound, standing at 6'8".
Oh, no, there's a strike. Dano started to walk down to first base, but Ray Patchen brings him back. There's a fastball down and away that looked like a generous call. Kahalekai will take it. 5, 6, and 7 due up for LMU, and he gets another fastball in at the knees. Count is full to Luca Danos. Danos is 1 for 3 today, had a single in the first inning, came around to score, and a pop out and a strikeout. Chopper foul right off his instep.
Good battle from Kahalekai. Working his way from a 3-0 count, getting back into it. Now it's full.
Kahalekai out of the windup and misses up high. It's a 7-pitch walk for Luca Danos to start the top of the 8th inning.
Left fielder number 15, Richie.
A lot of patience from Danos on that last plate appearance.
It's the 4th walk issued by Long Beach State as a pitching staff tonight. 2 of those, the last 2, have been on the first batter that the reliever has faced. Joey Iglesias walked his first batter, and now Kahalekai walks his. Fastball sails way up high to Richie Klosik.
Klosik's got a triple and a single. He reached on an error last time out.
Swing and a miss. Fastball up above the zone. Kahalekai has a good heater. Runs it up around 90 miles an hour. And of course, with that 6'8" height, the extension down the mound is pronounced as well. Fastball at the letters again for strike 2. Simply releasing the ball closer to home plate will make the appeared velocity seem even higher. Less time for the batter to track the pitch. Curveball popped out of the hand early and misses high to even the count at 2-2.
Kahalekai's really been working on that fastball. He's thrown it a few straight times this at bat. And that 2-1 curveball just missed on the upper hand.
Goes back to the fastball, and Klosik fouls it off to stay alive. Kahalekai is the 4th pitcher of the game for Long Beach State. Jake Fields, the starter, went 4 innings. Tyler Gebb went 2, and then Joey Iglesias 1 frame. Two checked his swing, and it just hit the bat. As Klosik was trying to hold up, goes for a foul ball.
It's a tough one to lay off of, especially on the high end of the zone as fast as Kahalekai pitches. Just got a piece of the bat there.
He's a very fastball heavy pitcher. Was that way as a freshman last year as well. 2-2 curveball missed high again. The count is full.
Some good pitch from Kahaleka. Just missed, but that curveball really throws the batter's eye off.
Payoff pitch from Kahalekai, popped up in foul territory. Valdez giving it a look, but that'll get out of play. Lands with a thud into the bleachers down the right field line. Crowd has continued to thin out a bit as this game has gone on. And I will say here in the top of the 8th inning, the first comforting breeze that I've felt all night. Another 3-2 from Kahalekai, fouled straight back. There's a long battle here. Next pitch will be the 10th of this at-bat.
See if Kahalekai goes back to that high fastball or a lower curveball.
Have to think with the 2 curveballs having missed up high. Kahalekai doesn't have the feel for that pitch. That's why it's been a heavy dose of fastballs to Klosik. There's another one, and he pulls it foul. It was early that time. So now it makes you think the Dirtbags want to assume Klosik is sitting dead red and then just hope Kahalekai can throw a better curveball than the 2 that have missed up high. Eleventh pitch of the at-bat is taken low. Heck of an at-bat from Richie Klosek. Draws an 11-pitch walk, and LMU has had the first 2 batters reach in the 8th.
Klosek really worked that count, leaving the balls away and taking a hack at the strikes, just fouling him off and waiting for his pitch. On that last one, it was way too low, hit the dirt. And now he's got a free bag, and the Lions have 2 on, 1 at first and 1 at second.
This is Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Dirtbags bring the full infield together for a mound visit. No coach out there as they try and settle down their sophomore Kahalekai. These 2 walks have brought his whip, walks and hits per inning pitch, up above 2 on the season. 18 pitches through 2 batters for Kaimi Kahalekai, and now Travis Friend digging into the right-handed batter's box. First pitch from Kaimi, a grooved fastball right down Broadway for strike 1.
Making it simpler for himself. First pitch strike down the middle.
Long Beach leads 10-4. We're in the top of the 8th inning, first and second, and nobody out. Fastball swung on and missed. Kahalekai dialed it up again, and Friend could not catch up. Oh, 2 is popped up into foul territory. Jake Evans is underneath it, and he's camped to make the catch. Foul pop out down the third base line gets Kaimi Kahalekai his first out.
Good fastball on the lower end, and Travis Friend just golfed at it, got under it, and popped it up. So we got 1 out now.
Jake Lyle in next for LMU. He's 0 for 3, strikeout, a pop-up, and then reached on an error in the 6th inning. Three errors for both of these teams tonight. Long Beach committed all 3 of theirs within that 6th. Allowed a run to come in for LMU. The first pitch breaking ball bounced way short. Counts 1-0.
Klosik has an interesting stance over there at first while he's leading off. He almost faces the shortstop at first, and then when the pitch is thrown, he kind of goes back parallel to the bases.
Ground ball just stays fair. Evans Fields touches the third base bag. His throw across pulls Lena off. So Jake Evans does get 1, but the throw across pulled Lena off the bag. Lyle is safe at first. Dirtbags do get the lead runner, though. Runners remain at first and second with 2 out.
That's a tough angle to take for Jake Evans. Going to the bag, and then instead of stopping and facing first, you got to keep going with your momentum. Throw was missed, but 2 outs nevertheless. Still 2 runners on, 1 on second, 1 on first. Now Win Gurney, number 99, as we mentioned earlier, is at the plate.
He pinch hit in the 6th inning and struck out. First pitch misses down low. That was a good play by Jake Evans to get an out. If he had turned the double play, would have definitely been more than routine. And you can't assume a double play, so no error on the throw. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Gurney, the freshman, after pinch hitting in the 6th inning, remained in the game in right field. Has the tight pants with a little bit of the Red Sox showing underneath. I think Walker Buehler in the style, or Fernando Tatis Jr. Fastball misses low to make the count 2-1.
Gurney's hitting .269 this season. 26 at-bats and 5 runs batted in.
Crouched batting stance with the bat waggling up near his head. 2-1, swung on and missed. Another fastball by him at the top of the zone. If I'm Kahalekai, sticking with the fastball, Gurney's been clearly behind it on both of the strikes in this at-bat.
Kahalekai working the upper zone, trying to blow it past him.
2-2, fastball, fly ball, left field. Smith Chandler not gonna have a chance. It's a 3-run home run from Win Gurney. He caught up to that fastball, and what do I know? A 3-run shot from Win Gurney gets LMU back within 3.
That was very unprecedented, Bruce. He was behind on both fastballs and then got that one early over to left field. Just took it yard over the second fence that we have here behind the initial one. That was a no-doubter, Bruce.
That was a big fly from the number 9 hitter in the LMU order. Freshman goes way deep, and it's 10-7. We've got a ball game in the 8th inning. Leadoff man Zach Wattis in the box, and he takes ball 1.
That's the beauty of baseball, Bruce. One pitch, one hit can put a team right back into the battle.
Oof. That was the hardest hit ball that I've seen at Blair Field this year, I think. Kahalekai misses again. I mean, that ball was out of here the split second it left the bat. And that's not something that happens often at this ballpark that is known to be a graveyard.
I think Kahalekai also contributed with the power behind the ball.
Got one in for a strike this time.
Hitters count for Zach Wattis. Righty on lefty matchup.
2-1. Fastball taken at the knees. Wattis reached his last time up on a walk. Ended up being stranded. He's 0 for 3 otherwise. Swings and misses. Kahalekai gets a punch out, but a 3-run homer from Win Gurney gets LMU back within 3 runs. Long Beach State will try to strike back. It's 10-7 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. LMU is back within 3 runs off the home run from Wynn Gurney. It's 10-7 Dirtbags in the bottom of the 8th. Long Beach State with a chance to grab some insurance before the 9th. They've got the heart of the order, 4, 5, and 6 due up, starting with Dylan Lena. First pitch from Zach Bender, a fastball that misses up high. Lena with a 2 RBI single his last time up. Extended the Dirtbag lead to 6, where it felt comfortable. Swing and a miss. Actually, check that. Lena's single made it a 4-run lead for the Dirtbags. In the 7th, they added 2 more runs to make it a 6-run lead. Lena takes one down and away and gives his shuffle. Sees ahead 2-1.
Lena's got to be aggressive here. Long Beach is only up by 3 now after that home run last inning.
Leadoff batters this season against Zach Bender, batting .556, and this time Lena gets plunked. It's his first time being hit tonight, but commonplace in the season of Dylan Lena. He's now got 10 hit by pitches this year. He's shaking out his shoulder, walking down the first base line. No one caught him flush.
Lena does tend to crowd the plate quite often, so not unprecedented to see him hit a few times this season.
It helps him as an on-base weapon because Lena's batting down at 232, but just as many hit by pitches as walks, has his on base above 400, and he's going to get pinch ran for here. It doesn't look like that it's anything necessarily to do with the injury and needing to be removed, even if it's a caution thing. Long Beach bringing in Taylor Tomlin to pinch run, the junior outfielder, transfer from Oakland. He's got wheels over at first base. First pitch to Smith Chandler, taken, fastball for a strike. See if they put Taylor Tomlin on the move at any point here. Pick off to first, but Tomlin dives back.
Can't forget about that homer by Chandler in the 3rd inning. 5th inning, he flied out. And then he struck out looking in the 6th.
Slider taken for a ball and a throw down to first. A great dig by Zach Wattis prevents that ball from getting into right field. Throw was low from Jake Lyle. It looks like the scoreboard shows it was called a strike. So it looks like the count's 0-2. I thought that pitch missed. Started to go, then it's a line drive off the end of the bat, will fall into left field. Now trying to go first to third, stumbling for a moment, but still sliding in safely. Taylor Tomlin gets there, and the third baseman, DJ Giorso, was jumping up and down. The throw was cut off by Jackson Wall, and it looked to me like if it went through, it would have been there in time to get Tomlin, who stumbled halfway between second and third. The miscommunication on defense for LMU prevents a potential out. The Dirtbags have runners at first and third with nobody down.
Tomlin using the wheels, that's why he was put there in the first place. Stumbled a little bit, but got to third nevertheless.
Tell you what, he was moving around the second base bag.
No wonder they had pinch ran him for Lena.
Matt Toomey in the box. Runner goes from first, taken low, and the throw goes right back to the mound. So it's a stolen base for Chandler. And I got to say, the play was not disguised very well by Jake Lyle. He threw it about 70% effort right back to his pitcher. That is a play that I'm a big fan of in baseball. Infield all the way in. 1-0 pitch taken down and in. If you execute it correctly, and the catcher throws 100% right back through the box as if it's a throw down to second, and the pitcher cuts it off. A lot of times that runner at third will get hung out to dry. 2-0 pitch. Missed outside. So first base is open with a 3-0 count, and Luke Taylor on deck. Have to imagine LMU will continue to be careful here with Matt Toomey. Dirtbags ahead by 3, looking to add. Takes a strike, fastball up and in. Toomey had a double in the 3rd inning. 3-1 pitch, taken down and in. It's a 5-pitch walk, and the Dirtbags have loaded them up with nobody out.
Great at-bat from Toomey, staying patient on that last at-bat as the music came in for about a second and then cut off. It's definitely a fan favorite, but no one got to hear it.
Give us the countdown. And then cut it. Luke Taylor in the box now with the bases juiced and nobody out. Infield remains all the way in, all the way across for LMU. Force is now in effect at home plate. First pitch fastball misses high to Taylor.
Taylor walked his last time up, then had a double in the 5th.
Zach Bender trying to find the command. And Taylor trying to reach base for the 3rd straight plate appearance. Fastball misses way up high.
Dirtbags looking to get back those runs that they lost off that home run in the last inning. 3 to be exact.
Now timeout is called.
Dirtbags dugout is getting lively once again with his bases loaded.
You smell blood in the water with Bender on the mound. 2-0 in there. Good pitch. In the up and away quadrant of the zone for strike 1. Two 2-1 pitch to Taylor, taken upstairs.
It's a great take right there. High fastball just missed. Now it's 3-1.
And this is the loudest I've heard that Dirtbag dugout chirping the whole year. 3-1 pitch, taken outside. A walk forces in another run, and that's a big bit of insurance for the Dirtbags, scoring now 11-7.
That's a great at-bat right there. Once again, staying patient.
And letting his teammates do the work from the dugout. Mental game. It's the 2nd RBI of the game for Luke Taylor. Ty Borgonio in now after back-to-back walks. Bases still loaded with nobody out. Long Beach, the chance to break this game open in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch taken just outside. Jake Lau received that like he thought he was going to get a strike call. Instead, it's 1-0 to Ty Borgonio. Dropped down a sacrifice bunt his last time up. Has one hit tonight, a single in the 2nd inning. Fastball sails way up high. So Zach Bender has lost it here in the bottom of the 8th. It's been his issue this year. 19 walks issued in 7 2/3 innings. It's rearing its head again. Fastball misses high. It's 3-0 to Ty Borgonio. And I am very surprised there hasn't been a trip from Sean Isaac, the LMU pitching coach.
It's difficult because a few innings ago you're down by a lot of runs and you know, the game's slipping away. But after that home run, you get back into it, and now your bullpen has to be strong as well.
4-pitch walk as he misses badly down low. That forces in another run. Dirtbags ahead 12-7, and they're still threatening for more. Zach Bender gonna just try and throw a strike. He's issued 3 straight walks. Still nobody coming out of the LMU dugout.
Some action in the bullpen over there, but
Now walking out, I believe that's Donegal Fergus. Looking closely to see if an indication is made. Does look like there's somebody ready in the LMU bullpen. At least somebody throwing. It was a slow walk to the mound after play was just about to resume. So they might be trying to buy some time for the bullpen. And now they will make the change. That's exactly what Donegal Fergus was doing. Zach Bender gets lifted after 3 straight walks. Dirtbags ahead 12-7 with the bases loaded and nobody out. New arm coming in for the Lions on 22 West Radio. New pitcher in the game for LMU is the right-handed reliever Tanner Warruddy. He's thrown in 5 1/3 innings this year, 8 earned runs, so a 13.5 ERA. Command hasn't been as big of an issue for him though. 3 walks in those 5 1/3 innings. His problem has been barrels, 12 hits against Warruddy. Right-handed junior on the mound to try and stop the bleeding. It's 12-7 Dirtbags, and the first pitch, a slider that misses outside to Damon Valdez. 3 straight walks issued by Zach Bender. The Dirtbags still have the bases loaded with nobody out.
Tanner's in his 3rd season with LMU.
Slider catches the zone this time to even the count at 1-1.
Last year posted up a 13.5 ERA in just 12 innings of work.
One taken down low. I was very surprised with the way that LMU handled that. I mean, there's no polite way to put it, meltdown from Zach Bender. Not even sending anybody out there to talk. Tipped into the glove. So that counts 2-2. I think after the walk to Luke Taylor that forced home a run, you usually expect the pitching coach to go out then, or at least when he fell behind 2-0 to Borgonio and clearly had lost complete command. 2-2 slider, checked his swing and clearly went around. It's a big strikeout for Tanner Weretti. Gets Valdez chasing a slider.
That's a good pitch right there. Good outing from Tanner. Straight out the gate. Trying to stop the bleeding with bases loaded, and he's still got 2 outs to go.
Now 1 ground ball could theoretically get him out of it. Tough guy to double up in the box though. Trevor Goldenet's coming up for Long Beach State.
Goldenet's walked his last time up, then had a single. Also another single in the first inning.
First pitch taken for ball 1. 2 runs already in the inning for the Dirtbags as they're ahead 12-7.
Another righty-lefty matchup.
Changeup found the zone for strike 1. Moretti is working out of the windup. 1-1 pitch, missed down and away. Trevor Goldenetz is speedy, but a lot of patience in the box as well.
He's had 14 walks on the season.
Short pop-up down the left field line, and fair! It landed right on the line. 1 run is in, second getting the wave. He's in too. A 2-run single for Trevor Goldenetz as the runners had to wait to see it down, which is a little funky because there wasn't anybody anywhere near that ball to get caught. Trevor Goldenetz had to hold at first. The runner that was on first base, Ty Borgonio, wasn't going. Either way, 2 more runs in for the Dirtbags, and it's 14-7.
Goldenetz with the raindrop right there. Caught the chalk of the white line. And a heads-up base running as well from the runners. Getting a head start on that.
Not for Borgonio. I'm going to guess the Dirtbag coaching staff won't be thrilled with him. First pitch hit Jake Evans. Fastball ran up and in. So he dropped the ball, or dropped the bat with some frustration, but no intent behind that. Bases are loaded again with 1 out for the Dirtbags.
That's Evans' 9th hit by pitch this season. Another Dirtbag that likes to crowd the plate at times.
Second time he's been hit tonight. Trotter Enright up next. Enright, the 9th Dirtbag to go to the plate in this inning. Here's a fly ball, right field, hit well. Gurney ranging back, and it's off the wall. Here comes 1 run. Here comes Goldenetz getting the wave. Evans now gets the stop sign. A 2-run double from Trotter Enright, and the Dirtbags are pouring it on. It's 16-7 here in the 8th.
Trotter Enright with a nice pull over there to right center. A wall banger. And the right fielder couldn't quite track it down. Wynn Gurney just lost it and couldn't quite get a good angle on it. All the way to the warning tracks. And now Long Beach is up 7-16.
Taylor Tomlin will get to bat now. Pinch hit for Dylan Lena all the way earlier in this inning. Or pinch ran, that was. I think I said pinch hit. Infield in again for LMU. It's 16-7. First pitch taken for a ball by Tomlin. Taylor Tomlin getting his first official at-bat of the season. Actually, check that. Has one at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Has scored 2 runs, though. Gotten into a couple games as a pinch runner. Now he takes a strike on the outside corner. It counts 1-1.
Tomlin, the junior from Oklahoma. Prior to Long Beach, he started 46 of 50 games for Oakland University in 2025. He drove in 23 runs and stole 12 bases.
Takes one down and away. Long Beach has scored 6 runs in this 8th inning alone. Still second and third with 1 out. Two-one pitch to Tomlin. Slider that bends in for a strike. The count's even at 2-2. It's an offensive onslaught for Long Beach State. Slider bounces and Tomlin takes it to bring the count full.
Good at bat from Tomlin so far. Staying patient on the ones outside the zone. He's in a big spot here to be able to prove himself with 2 runners on.
Payoff pitch. Fly ball hit into short left field. Ranging in is Klosick, but all the way out to shortstop. Jackson Wall makes a fantastic play. Went into a slide for an over-the-shoulder catch. That's a great play by the shortstop, Jackson Wall.
That is a really, really tough play to navigate as you're going parallel from the ball and able to stick out your glove as the ball's going directly over your head in the opposite direction.
Smith Chandler in next. Singled earlier in this inning. Runners at second and third with 2 out. First pitch to Smith Chandler, fouled off. It's been a marathon 8th inning. 9 total runs between the 2 teams. LMU put up 3 in the top half on a home run from Wynn Gurney. That brought the score to 10-7. And now Long Beach has put the game right back out of reach. Fastball misses down and away.
This all started with the Lions coming out strong. 3 runs in the first inning. Long Beach was right there to fight back.
1-1. Slider caught the top of the zone. We're ready, trying to get out of this inning without further damage. Slider swung on and missed. Smith Chandler goes down swinging, and that ends an 8th inning where Long Beach sent 11 to the plate and put up 6 runs. Go to the 9th, 16-7. Long Beach trying to close it out on 22 West Radio. Eric Diaz on the mound for Long Beach State to try and close it out. Taylor Tomlin pinch ran and then later hit in that 8th inning. He remains in the game in left field. Smith Chandler is out. He exits the game with Aaron Perez coming into the game to first base. Jackson Wall leading off the 9th inning for LMU takes a first pitch ball. Eric Diaz, the senior, on the mound.
Eric Diaz only has 2 2/3 innings pitched. He's had a loss under his belt.
1-0 missed outside.
Last year as a junior, he appeared in 4 games, pitching 2 2/3 innings as well. He allowed 2 hits and 4 earned runs.
Now misses low. It's 3-0 to Jackson Wall. If there's anything that Long Beach State's dugout will want with a 9-run lead in the 9th, it's their pitcher to throw strikes. 3-0 pitch from Diaz, missed low. It's a 4-pitch walk to Wall.
Diaz originally started as a freshman for Long Beach State, then went to Delta College to pitch 9 innings, then came back for his junior and senior year here in Long Beach.
Now here comes Abe Alvarez.
Diaz has got a chance to pick up his first win.
Not exactly. Diaz trying to close it out.
There we go.
For now, Abe Alvarez out, giving him a pep talk, saying we need strikes.
Your attention please for LMU pitching, number 11, Nate Stuyvesant.
Pinch hitter going up for LMU as we're reaching that point in the game. Nate Stuyvesant going up. First pitch from Eric Diaz, a fastball that misses up high. He's thrown 5 straight pitches out of the strike zone since entering. Now fouls one off. One count to Stuyvesant. Takes a pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. Man at first with nobody out. Aaron Perez is holding him on. And a swing and a miss. Stuyvesant goes down hacking. Eric Diaz has his first out on a strikeout.
Good battle from Diaz on that last pitch with painting the plate on the outside. Getting Wall to swing through it.
Second baseman number 33, Andrew Moon.
Andrew Moon, the second baseman and freshman, get to keep his at-bat. First pitch taken for a strike. Moon is 1 for 3 tonight with a walk. Had an RBI single in the first inning. It was LMU that scored first in this game. They scored 3 in the top of the first. And a long game since as he takes one in the dirt. Now we're at 16-7 Long Beach State in the top of the 9th. Dirtbags trying to close out a nearly 4-hour affair. 1-1 count to Andrew Moon. Fastball misses just outside. Two 1 count to Moon. And misses again. As long as nothing crazy happens here in this 9th inning, this game will be Long Beach State's 3rd straight win. That was after they had lost 7 in a row from back-to-back wins against Hawaii.
It'd be a good look after that first loss against Hawaii.
Check swing foul ball. The count is full.
Long Beach had been struggling a few games before that series as well, but they were finally able to pick it up in those last 2 games versus Hawaii, and a win here would keep them on track.
The 2 wins against Hawaii came mostly thanks to the pitching, but in this one it's been the offense that has carried the load. Fouled straight back, and Moon stays alive.
Moon flied out in his last at-bat in the 7th and grounded out in the 5th.
Another payoff pitch from Diaz, and it's popped up out of play again. Moon putting up a battle. 7 pitches so far in the plate appearance. Another 3-2. Line drive down the right field line to me. Can't get there, and it lands foul.
It's a great battle between Moon and Diaz right here. It's been a full count for a while, and one or the other is going to have to give it in.
No such thing as garbage time for these 2 guys. Moon putting up a full battle, and Eric Diaz getting an opportunity, trying to come through for his coaching staff. Still a 3-2 count, the man on first and 1 out. Fastball line drive into center field, playable for Golden Nets, and he gets there to make the catch. LMU is down to their final out.
Diaz has done a great job so far at the mound. He's getting it done, especially after that last at-bat. Went quite a few pitches on that one. So now Luca Denos is going to be at the plate.
Diaz will try to set down Danos to end this ball game. Aaron Perez still going to hold the runner on at first. Even with 2 outs and a 9-run lead, the Dirtbag's not going to surrender that bag. First pitch misses up high. Now Perez will back off. Just waiting for somebody to say something from the dugout. 1-0 pitch, taken for a strike. Danos, same as Moon, singled in the first inning, but was retired in 2 at-bats and then walked in the 8th. So he's 1 for 3 with a walk. Slider misses up high as the runner moves up on defensive indifference. The 2-1 pitch, taken for a strike. Now Eric Diaz 1 strike away from finishing this thing off. As we said, Long Beach will head on the road to play at Cal State Bakersfield for 3 games. Then they'll play at Fresno State on Monday before returning to Blair Field for a 3-game set against UC Irvine. 2-2, check swing foul ball. Stabbed in the on-deck circle by Richie Klosik. Two count. Eric Diaz getting some encouragement from those that remain in the crowd. Misses with a slider. The count is full.
He is in an important spot here. Trying to get himself some more playing time and shut this one out.
Payoff pitch. Hit him. Fastball ran up and in. This game not over yet. Danos is okay as he drops his batting gloves.
He has just let that one slip. Let the moment get the best of him, but he's got another chance with 2 runners on. Richie Klosik.
First and second with 2 out. Long Beach still ahead 16-7. 1 out away from a win. First pitch to Klosik, swung on and missed. One bounced in. One pitch. Missed down low again.
Diaz still trying to find control of his fastball. 2-1 count. You got to think he's going to go back to it.
He's thrown 27 pitches in this 9th inning. Fastball caught the zone. And now again, LMU is down to their last strike. Klosik was looking back at the home plate umpire, Ray Patchen, as if that was a 16-7 game strike call. Look close. 2-2 is popped up, and this should do it. Over on the right side of the infield, Aaron Perez is camped, and he makes the catch. Long Beach State beats LMU 16-7. A dominant show for the offense, and the Dirtbags have won 3 straight.
Overall, great performance from Long Beach tonight. The pitching was a little shaky at moments, but the offense absolutely picked it up. 16 runs for Long Beach, a dominant win over LMU.
And I think we've wrapped up pretty much everything in these last couple innings. So that'll do it at Blair Field. For Alex Prado next to me, Saya Youngblood on the board, and the rest of our 22 West Sports crew. I'm Bruce Kuntz, and this has been Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 in Long Beach. We'll be back on the air Friday for night 1 of Long Beach State men's volleyball's highly anticipated matchups against Hawaii. Hope you tune in for that, and thanks for listening tonight.